Because we fucking can, we are here right now. It is me and Mitch, and we're just chilling. Josh is going to join us later. This is an impromptu show. So we recently, we were all gathered, all of the swamp creatures. We got together and we were discussing the show and the schedule and how things were lining up. And the decision that we came to was that the Friday show will continue. But because I can't be a part of it on Fridays, on Saturday, Tim will host a trash show for everyone to come on and do whatever the fuck we want. Right, Mitch?
Hell yeah. That's why we're here right now.
Yeah, we have nothing better to do. So I'm trying to, because I before I went live, I had a link or something posted or set up so that we could invite everyone to join if they so please. Get that shit out of here. And so here's how it's gonna work. Anybody on anybody can join my show, whether you're a host or not. This is how it's gonna be super trash. Anyone can join the show, whether they're a host or not. Oh, that's even better. I'll just send the studio link. Here we go. So right now, on our Twitter page, go to twitter.com/RealSwampCast. Join the show if you dare. And there will be a link.
I imagine Joey might be here, just knowing him.
Yeah, right? So if
watch me get confronted on that shirt again.
Yes, he's going to confront you live. This will be the show that we will... I don't know.
He confronted me once.
We'll take out the trash. I don't know. It was an on-the-fly name, and it will exist. Hey, while we're waiting to see if anyone does join... Oh, shit. Top Lobster retweeted it already. As soon as I posted it, he retweeted it. He's on top of his shit.
I swear, that dude's the best with that shit.
What's up, Top? Happy birthday, Tom Woods. Today's Tom Woods' birthday? What? By the way, Hector, if you want to join us, the link is out there. It's on this Twitter page.
It's an open call.
Yep, open call. Anybody can join. I didn't know it was Tom Woods' birthday. Is it actually his birthday? Or is he...
No, it's not actually his birthday. Fucking, his birthday, okay. I think, is in August. But, like, apparently someone put that on Wikipedia that it was his birthday, so that's why... we aren't the only people who almost got by that. Like,
well, I can't trust any of you motherfuckers anymore. I always have to ask, hey, what's
it's
this?
Easy to prank.
Leighton,
we got?
You can join. Go on the Twitter page, twitter.com/RealSwampCast, and you can find the link to the show. This is Tim's trash show. Because I can't join the regular show on Friday, we're just hanging out and talking shit on Saturdays. So if you want to join, if you want to have a few drinks, whatever. We're just talking about whatever the fuck is on our mind. And so right now, I'm trying to prevent being duped by Tom Wood's actual birthday. Wait, what? This page claims to have his age, height, weight, husband. What? He's not married.
Who's Tom Wood's husband?
Exactly. 58-year-old politician. That seems legit. He's a Leo. That I don't know if that's true or not, but that may be true.
I get the sense that this is one of those, oh, you meant that Tom Woods situations.
Yeah, it says the celebrity facts. Are you searching for a biography, network, height, or other information about Tom Woods? Okay, here we go. Tom Woods is a Serbian football player. Okay, not the same Tom Woods. Get that guy out of here.
Are you sure that's not the same guy? Like, I could see that.
No, what I wanted to show you.
Dude, so we need Rob. Football guy.
Entire screen? Yeah. Here we go. Look at this. Did you see this?
What, that Cuomo is finally fired?
That actually happened?
I think it's hilarious. Yeah, you didn't hear about that? Get the dancing crab meme. Get the dancing crabs. The crabs
yeah,
raging
right?
on the beach. Dun, 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 dun.
I didn't know he was fired. He actually got fired?
Yeah, no, first he was suspended, and yeah, I saw that earlier today, that now he is completely terminated.
And Chris Cuomo has been terminated, quotes, effective immediately.
Could you imagine, what if CNN, the people who run it one day, just woke up, cleaned house, and their network became like base to sell?
Yeah, well,
like,
okay,
can you
so
imagine if that ever happened?
Is that what's happening at Fox News right now? Because I heard that like there's a bunch of people, all the neocons are leaving, and now it's everyone else.
Yeah, which is I found myself in a weird situation earlier, actually defending Fox News to some libertarians within the LP. Where it was
Look,
like,
man,
say what, well, if you don't mind, but like, say what you will about Fox, but it's like they've at least given Dave Smith, Dave Rubin, Spike Cohen, Jeff Dice, Scott Horton, and many other libertarians.
Jeff Dice was on there. What did he say?
Yeah, you didn't know Jeff Dice. Yeah, he went on Kennedy. But it's
okay.
They've it was recent too, but you know, they're giving them a platform.
Yeah.
Like, you can't say that for like, when was the last time you saw any prominent libertarian name on CNN, MSNBC, or like any of these bigger, like ABC, like these other outlets? So for me, it's like, say what you will about Fox, at least they're giving us a fair shake.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's what I was gonna say. It's like Fox may be bad in its own right, and definitely during the Obama years, it was terrible, because that's what turned me off from republicanism was the Obama years and how just pathetic they were. But yeah, and definitely Fox Business is definitely better than Fox News for sure, Hector. But like, as bad as Fox News is, it's at least tolerable. Like the discrepancies or the differences we have. Okay, I see where you're coming from, and I disagree with you. But yeah,
I'll take an anti-war Tucker Carlson any day above fucking Bill O'Reilly's neocons.
Even if he is a protectionist, you can still be like, okay, well, I see where you're coming from. You know, you're interested, right? You're interested in preserving American supremacy as far as like making sure their businesses are protected and stuff, and that makes sense. Like, if you don't believe in free markets, but yeah, I don't know. It's tolerable. Whereas CNN has always been like, no, they hate everything you stand for. So, like, it's not just they disagree with you. You're evil. No. I'm surprised he got fired, though. So why did they fire him?
I think it had to do with the lying about his brother, or colluding with his
brother. Cuomo was suspended earlier this week pending further evaluation of new information that came to light about his involvement with his brother's defense. We retained a respected law firm and conducted the review and have terminated him effective immediately. So what, his brother, because of the sexual allegations, the smacking fannies?
Well, he's not perverted, he's Italian, remember?
Yeah, that's right.
But no, like in regards to like all that, yeah, I think it just he was. I don't know the details. I would have to.
I didn't know he was fired. That was news to me. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I knew he was suspended. Then earlier today, I saw the news come out that he was fucking fired.
That's fucking great, and I love it. I'm happy to see it. Now, man. So. How do you, let me ask you this, because you and I go back and forth a lot, and I saw on my way home today, I was listening to Peter Schiff because the Bitcoin price apparently crashed.
It didn't really crash. Okay, Schiff. This is my problem with like some of these people.
Yeah.
There's this meme out there where it shows like that guy in the pool of water acting like he's drowning even though it's in like 2 feet.
Yeah.
And it's like, it shows like this guy like, no, Bitcoin has crashed. It's down 10%. And then like below that, it shows like plus 1900. Like if you really back things out and look at how far it's come.
I'm trying to get a fucking chart. Here it is.
It's not like it's crashed anything significant.
It looks like it hurts. It looks like it hurts.
I'm still, nah, but it's like, look, okay, where was it at the same time last year?
Well, yeah, sure. Let me go back a month. Let's just go back a month.
I don't want to say a month. Come on, go back a year.
Okay, fine. I'll go back a year. Okay, yeah, a year ago it was at 20,000. Sure.
That's where it's just like it really hasn't hit me. But another thing too, Tim, is you'll notice whenever I say not a financial advisor, I'm not a financial advisor. Just a reminder. Whenever I've brought up buy Bitcoin, buy gold, buy silver, buy Ethereum, whenever I've said that on our shows in the past, I've said that because I think that those things all provide something to the table. I'm not closed off to the ideas of silver or gold or anything like that.
No. I'm not closed off to Bitcoin either. I do think it. I don't know if you saw it before, but I posted before that Bitcoin is a fiat currency. I do believe that, but
but it's not centralized. So I don't think you can make that argument though, with Bitcoin. Like that's a little.
My point in saying
it's its own
my
thing.
point in saying that it was a fiat currency was that it is backed by nothing. It is backed by the sheer trust and will of the people behind it. Like if you support it, that's it. It's not philosophical. There is nothing to Bitcoin. Gold and silver will always be a paperweight.
Yeah, but there is energy behind Bitcoin. Though. That's the thing.
What do you mean energy behind it? Like people supporting it?
Because it takes energy to produce it. No, it takes energy to produce it.
That's a cost. That's not a benefit.
No, but that's something that you're basically using energy to produce this.
Yes, you're wasting energy to produce nothing.
Okay, Elizabeth Warren.
I'm just saying. Like that's where it gets hard for me because like as far as like gold and silver goes, I can actually hold it. I can have it in my hand and it will always be there. And Bitcoin is this thing that exists on the internet only. And that bothers me. And so
well, yes, and
that's why I called it a fiat currency because there is no real value behind it. Tyrone, okay, you are welcome to join and have this debate. Twitter.com/RealSwampCast. Our most recent post is the link to the show. But yes, go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, sorry, you lost me there. I was like, wait, what? Like,
oh, because you don't know what Tyrone said. Here it is.
No, I can't see because I'm on my phone right now. Crypto is backed by nothing save U.S. coins. Metal is money. I mean, if metal's money, then the Fed's been doing a really shitty job with all the coins they've been making. But the thing is, when it comes to Bitcoin, I think it's something that to compare it to fiat is just unfair. But then again, to also compare it to gold and silver is unfair because it's existing in a brand new world that we've made.
Has anyone created a blockchain gold yet?
Yes.
So where is that?
PaxG. PAX gold. Paxos gold. This is one of. There's a few of them, and when I first saw this, all I could think is, whose dick did they at the bed did they suck to get this?
Because I know Schiff was trying to create a gold bank where you could have a debit card that transacted in gold, and it never got approved. Like he couldn't get it past the FTC.
Well, for one, this company is based in Canada. Okay. But that's what I'm talking about too. Is it really is about who you know in the in the world, and I think that's where the big problem comes in with a lot of things, whether it be, Bitcoin or just all these different things. But no, there's a few different gold ones. That's just the first one that pops into my head. I mean, I think it's a good one, and you could even renew it through the Paxos website. And it
says redeemable. Yeah, it's a token that can redeem for gold, delivery, bullion, and bars.
Based on
you have to get a bar. A fucking bullion is a lot of fucking money.
Tyrone. I don't expect them to be keeping it on nickel forever. I eventually expect in my lifetime for them to phase that shit out the way they're phasing out copper pennies. Like if you find a copper penny from 1982 and prior, keep that shit.
Yeah.
Because they're slowly phasing those out and everything is zinc. Like they're not even made out of copper anymore. Flip a zinc coin, flip a coin made 1982 and prior, you will hear a big difference. But
I don't know, man. Like, is that June? That's June 2020.
But the thing is, and there's still so much going on here too, as far as the tech goes. Like, I don't know if I told you, Tim, I actually created a Bitcoin node. You know what that is?
You created a what? A node?
Yeah, a Bitcoin node.
Okay, so what? You're part of the blockchain now?
I mean, yeah, technically I am. I can vote on transactions. I can basically monitor the whole thing, so I constantly know how much is in circulation and things like that. Like, there was a guy on Dave Smith's show who explained this, and it's basically what it is if you have one of these things, you can basically monitor everything, so you constantly know what the supply is. It's not like the Fed where they can just pump out a bunch of stuff and not really tell.
Here's the issue, right? Because and what do you? I want to know what you think about this, because this is an argument that I hear a lot. Is people say like Bitcoin is like a hedge for the future, because like I think we agree on everything else. Like inflation is terrible, the Fed is terrible, monetary policy as it is in America is terrible, and all of this is heading in a negative direction that is going to affect you. And so you have to find somewhere to put the extra money you have or the wealth you have and store that in some way. And so you're looking for stores of value. And so the obvious one that comes up is gold and silver, right? Because they've been forever. So this new guy comes on the scene, Bitcoin, and everybody's like, oh, Bitcoin is the next store of value. And when Bitcoin drops from 56 to 49, 56 to 49 by itself doesn't sound that bad until you realize those are thousands. And then like this, it doesn't seem like a steady store of value compared to something like, I know gold is more stable than silver. I buy silver because I can't afford gold. But
poor man's gold.
Yeah, exactly. And it is more volatile, but it's even silver isn't as bad. I can't find a chart right now, but you get what I'm getting at. Is like, it's more like, even when it drops like $20. And it's like, okay, well, you spent $2,000 on that coin. That's 1%. That doesn't really matter. 10%, like,
you don't have to buy a whole Bitcoin, right?
Yes, I understand that. But my point is that I don't have to buy a whole gold either. I can buy a half ounce of gold. I can buy a quarter ounce of gold. I can buy the digital gold that you were talking about. And it's still, even on its worst day, it might drop 2%.
I mean,
and so,
I don't really mind it because nothing has ever made me lose ungodly amounts of money. Like, right. That's the thing.
Well,
like,
you should never invest. You want to talk?
It's like, I just don't see big, unless it like shoots up like this crazy amount, unless it really goes down something dramatically. Yeah. I just have never seen it really go to a point where I'm like, oh my God, I've lost everything.
You've never seen Bitcoin spike? Because it spiked.
No, I've seen it spike. I'm just talking like
right there.
I've never seen anything go up to the point where I've been like, oh my God, my life has been changed. But at the same time, I haven't seen it go down to the point where it's like I've lost everything.
Yeah. Well, that brings up a good point about financial
advice. There are other
advice.
People though, where it's like, look at.
Don't invest more than you're willing to lose. Yeah.
Well, yeah. But at the same time, get the fuck away from the dollar.
Yes. Yeah.
But no. I think we can both agree on that. The current banking system is completely fucked.
Absolutely, man.
I think the best thing to do is kind of diversify, because in this digital age as well, let's face it, gold and silver aren't always the most practical if you mean to use them as a means to facilitate transaction.
Right.
To mail gold and silver to someone is very difficult. Like, there was a long time ago where this was my first time this was my first introduction to cryptocurrency beyond just buying $20 worth of Bitcoin from an ATM in New Hampshire a long time ago. Basically, a certain celebritarian from Acapulco, Mexico, a vigilante, if you will, some of you might know who that is, he basically wanted me to create an infographic for him, and he offered to pay me to do as such. I made the graphic, sent it to him, did it. He offered to pay me in Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, and I can't remember what the other two were, but I ended up going with the Ethereum.
Yeah.
But you see, like, in a situation like that in this digital world, something like that is useful, because like going through like banks and all that other shit, like there's so much, like, fuck. In an era where Venmo exists, why can't I just find another way? You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I think
it's the stateless version of it, basically.
You know,
I mean, you can use the statist ones like Venmo and PayPal and all that shit, but
no. You know, I understand that value, and it's a different currency to use that's outside of the system, and
that's the thing too. Yeah. It's like the way you talk about gold. Gold is kind of the same way, in the sense of the way it exists as a currency that is outside of the system. That's where I think most of the comparisons from gold and silver come from more than anything else. It's just one is done digitally, the other one is a physical metal.
Yeah, and that's why I asked you about the digital part of gold, because it would seem like all the critics of Bitcoin could be easily shut the fuck up if there was a gold blockchain.
You know what? I'm sorry. Part of me wonders why Peter Schiff. Like, I love Peter Schiff. I think he's great.
Yeah.
But at the same time, part of me wonders if it's kind of him and his son playing pro wrestling with the Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Well, because
that was brought up. That was brought up like a week ago. Did you see the Kitco debate that he did?
I love that I started talking about this years ago, and people are now realizing it. Like,
yeah.
Part of me wants to kind of like take credit for that. Like, you're welcome, everyone, for pointing that out.
Alex Mashinsky. Do you know Alex
Did he bring
Mashinsky?
it up? Like, what did Schiff say? Because it's like, those of you who don't know what we're talking about, basically,
Yeah.
Peter Schiff and his son don't see eye to eye on Bitcoin.
Correct. Yeah.
And
Spencer's all in on Bitcoin. Peter's all in on gold.
Yeah, and you know how I just told Tim here about Paxos Gold, PaxG, for those who want to go look it up, which is a gold-backed cryptocurrency that I believe runs on Ethereum. But basically, part of me always wonders where we'll circle back to that. But part of me wonders where are these guys just both playing pro wrestling where Peter talks some shit about Bitcoin, Spencer comes out, looks great to the Bitcoin people, and vice versa.
Right.
Because like I grew up on pro wrestling, and that would totally make sense to me if they did. I mean, come on, Peter Schiff's not stupid. I'm sure someone's brought up PaxG to him.
Right. You would imagine, right? Because, and that's what I was going to say. So like, Alex brought this, or not Alex, but the host of Kitco, the South African woman, got the Australian sounding accent. I don't know if you've seen it. Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now because I watched it the other day. I watched it while I was at Waffle House. I was doing the caucus good, and I was hanging out at Waffle House. But this is the debate. You can watch it between the two of them. And she brings up in the middle of the debate, she says something about like, oh, everybody thinks it's just you and Spencer playing this game where you guys are trying to like basically you're talking gold and your son's talking Bitcoin and blah blah blah, and then Peter says the same thing he always says. It's like, oh well, my son, he's 19 years old. Like, who are you gonna believe? Some 54-year-old guy who has all this years of investing, or some 19-year-old kid who doesn't know what he's doing?
Now listen here.
Yeah, yeah. So he denies it. He denies that it's all a fucking game. But yeah, I do think about that because like he talks about it too, and he says like, look, if you've got money in speculation and you want to spend money and invest in this get rich quick scheme called Bitcoin, if you want to do that, then you can do that. But if you want to have a place to put your money where it's always going to preserve its value throughout time, then gold or silver is the place to put it.
Yeah, no, that's the way I see it in an ever-changing world.
Are you not dissuaded anyway by the people who talk about Bitcoin as if like, if you don't have like what's that guy's name?
There are certain people that I'm not a fan of, but I'll see which one you're talking about here, and we could go into those.
It's probably the same guy. We're probably thinking of the same guy.
I mean, it's not the same. There's many different perspectives. I mean,
well, there's like one guy who's like, if you don't put your money in Bitcoin, you're going to be broke. And the only way.
Max Kaiser?
No, not Kaiser. He's not as bad as this guy I'm thinking of. Because this guy I'm thinking of, he recently came out and said that you should leverage your house. You should mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin because you're not going to. Yes. Like there's people out. Does that not say something to you? Because when I see stuff like that, I'm like, okay, no one has ever told me.
A mortgage is risky to begin with. That's not something that I would do just to invest. You know?
Fair, but most people can't afford to buy a house anyway. They mortgage it either way. Like I mortgaged this house. Like I just don't have 220 grand sitting around. I'm sorry, but like, does that not dissuade you in any way? Like that the most vocal proponents of Bitcoin talk about it as if you don't own Bitcoin, you're going to be broke. And the only way to be not only where you're at, like to maintain, but to like, if you don't buy Bitcoin, you're going to be broke. And everyone who buys Bitcoin is going to be filthy rich. Like that narrative turns me off from it, because I've always viewed a store of value as like every week I buy X amount of silver, because this is going to go towards another week of my life that I don't have to work in the future. Whereas people as Bitcoin see it is every week that I put in is a month I don't have to work. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, like, it's not a store of value.
I get what you're talking about with those sort of those guys who do the soy boy mouth for like the thumbnails.
Right. Yeah.
Those people like I know who you're talking about, like those type of YouTubers. Honest to God, yeah, I wouldn't be lying. There are a lot of YouTubers that just are not good and have led people to bad financial decisions. I mean, shit. Are you familiar with BitConnect?
Yes.
Oh, you're from BitConnect.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
BitConnect.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah. That was an insane scheme, no other way to put it, that it was spearheaded by some crypto YouTubers who completely fucked people over. And the fallout of that we're still seeing happen in the news every now and then. And I don't know, it's just a fucking crazy story. If you're not familiar with the BitConnect story, people, go look it up, because like, if I tell it in the short term, it won't sound as good as the act listening to the whole tale. But, you know, there's a lot of shitheads out there. And just like any other ideology or any other thing out there, you gotta fish through them to find the good people, which those are out there too. Peter McCormick, what Bitcoin did, I think he's phenomenal. Chico Crypto, who's a member of the Libertarian Party, or I think he is. He supported Joe Jorgensen anyway. We gotta get that guy on the show. Love to interview him at some point. But who's
that other guy that everybody tells? It's not Kirk Wilcox. It's somebody else. It's something like that though.
What?
There's somebody.
There's a lot of YouTubers, man. Like there's
you're Y-Check. It's Kurt something. Kurt. There's some Bitcoin advocate that I always get told. Kurt Whatcat.
I'm not familiar with him.
Apparently, he's this Bitcoin guy that Joey always wants us to have on.
Oh, is he one of those Bitcoin SV guys?
Kurt Wuckert, Chief Bitcoin historian at Real.
Is this the night where I finally bury Bitcoin SV? I will bury the fuck out of Bitcoin SV on this show right now. Is Joey in the chat? I don't know.
Does this look familiar to you?
I don't know, because I just haven't. If you're not familiar, basically,
I'm not familiar.
With the way cryptocurrencies are, Bitcoin forked into Bitcoin Cash. There was this whole brand thing that happened because of the argument over the size of blocks on the blockchain. And Bitcoin Cash, no other way to say it, lost in their little fork thing because, let's face it, people just wanted Bitcoin. And when you come along and tell people, this is the real Bitcoin. No, not BTC, it's BCH. Like, come on. Like, that's bullshit. Like, even you got to admit as someone. That's a brand heist.
Yeah.
So from there, from what I understand, Bitcoin SV forked off of Bitcoin Cash into another thing. And
it's a fork of a fork? Come on.
It's a fork of a fork. No, like, it literally is. Like, it literally fucking is.
Because, like, Grayscale, I was going to ask you about Grayscale, because that was another one.
Are they like the investment firm or whatever it's called?
Yeah, so they buy Bitcoin, and then you buy shares of the company that buys Bitcoin. Like, it's a derivative of
I don't
Bitcoin.
know anything about Grayscale, and I don't do anything through them. So
so the reason, because I listened.
Other than that, they have funds for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and apparently now Solana.
Yeah, because they're probably branching out because they're losing money. So what they do is they buy. All they do is
because they're trying to.
From what I understand is they only invest in crypto, and so you buy shares of this, and now you own a portion of crypto, right? So it's a derivative off of the real thing. Instead of actually buying Bitcoin, you buy Grayscale instead. And they were a huge advertiser on C-SPAN for a long time, or not C-SPAN, but
this is
whatever the commercial channel is.
I mean, the Solana, if I might real quickly.
Yeah.
Solana actually seems to have a lot of potential from what I've seen.
What the fuck is Solana?
So Ethereum. You remember how before I said Paxos
Yeah,
Gold?
Ethereum was way better than Bitcoin because they can do transactions way cheaper.
No. God, that's the biggest problem right now with Ethereum. Gas fees are fucking insane. Yeah, dude. Like, you should go look at. Like, I'll send you a screenshot next chance I get.
CNBC. That's who I was thinking of. Okay.
Dude, like Ethereum, there are so many fucking cool things built on Ethereum. You know, the Brave browser's Brave reward system is, you know, the tokens built on ETH. There's a lot of cool shit that's built on Ethereum. Ethereum's biggest problem right now.
When you say built on Ethereum, what do you mean?
So basically, people can build decentralized applications that run online on Ethereum. That's where you have things like NFT marketplaces, which I'm sure you've heard about.
Oh, yeah.
And people have made games. Like, people have just made all sorts of different things.
I don't understand what it means by run on, though. Like,
basically
funded by or...
No, Ethereum is the base network, and the Ethereum token, which is Ether, is the thing that is used as gas on the network to make everything run. To which people can build other tokens on top of it that are on top of Ethereum. It's just Ethereum is the thing running underneath it, kind of. I don't know.
So that's the, okay. So that's the other thing I wanted to ask you. So you say Bitcoin isn't a fiat because it's not centrally controlled, or it's there's a limited number, let's say. So what do you think of all these other cryptos that keep coming out? Ethereum, now Solana.
There's a lot of really stupid ones that don't mean anything. I didn't realize this until yesterday when I looked at my MetaMask
I will destroy you on store of value. Let's go.
Someone fucking airdropped me a bunch of Che Guevara token. So I guess I'm now a socialist.
What? There's a Che Guevara token?
It's a shit coin. It's worth nothing. I Googled it. That's why I didn't know about it. It's been sitting in my thing for over a year. I'm sure someone made it to try and get a quick buck and failed miserably because nobody could invest in it because no one gave a shit. And it wasn't even listed anywhere. Like, I looked it up. You couldn't even buy it anywhere.
It actually has a zero price. Like 0.0000000.
Exactly.
Wow.
But it's like there's a ton of these shit coins, but it's like it's just like any other free market. You're seeing the good projects are kind of floating, while the other ones are dying off. The reason why I was saying Solana is so appealing right now is because the prices for gas are cheap as shit. Like, I could go and do all the things that I want to do on Ethereum right now, but not have to worry about getting fucked over by King Ethereum's taxes.
Yeah. I'm not okay. So cut shit coins out of the argument. So there's Ethereum. There's now this Solana one. It's like there's new cryptos created every single day, which obviously I think
the good majority of the tokens you see on there are built on Ethereum. That's just something that I've noticed. A good majority. If you see ERC20 token, that's Ethereum.
I don't see anything. I just see.
I mean, like if you go on.
I just see like if you go in crypto and they just like keep expanding.
Can you open up Coin360 and put it on screen?
Yeah, sure.
Coin360.com. Might as well make this fun.
Yeah. I can do anything. I have all the power.
All right. So you see on the
what
upper.
Is this?
The upper, this is basically a map of all the markets of all the different cryptocurrencies and what the size of them is in comparison to the whole market.
Okay. So stuff in the bottom right where we are is irrelevant.
Yes. Well, all shit coins. But
yeah.
So you see Bitcoin and Ethereum are the big two.
Yep, obviously. Yep.
That little one right there, Sol, is Solana, the one that I've been kind of becoming more of a fan of personally. But if you notice that you see that big block of all those coins, that USDC is right at the top.
Yeah, okay. Ethereum tokens.
Everything in that, yep, all those are Ethereum tokens, all built on ETH.
Oh my God, Leighton exists. It's a real person. Live from Alaska. Leighton, what's up?
Hey, 1 second. My audio.
Your audio bounces with your voice. Like when
I'm
you
glad
move
we
your
got
head like that, it bounces.
I'm glad we got a call in on this call-in show.
Yeah, right? The first one.
All right.
Number one.
I
There
can
you
hear
go,
you
much
guys
better.
now.
Nice, perfect. All right, what's up? Live
doing all
from
right.
Alaska. Leighton.
I had to walk home.
You had to walk home. What are you talking about?
I
There's no
was
cabs
going
in the
to
middle
get
of the
some-
night?
Oh, well, there are cabs, but I don't like spending. I'm a ruthless cosmopolitan.
Yeah. How you been, man? I see
Good.
your name pop up everywhere, but I've never had the chance to talk to you.
Were you were at Tom Woods 2000, right?
I was there. I don't remember you. I don't remember half the nights, though.
I think I met you briefly while you were with Nick, or with Nikayla.
You were gonna say Nick Fuentes. I was not with Nick Fuentes. That's a lie.
Bro, Nick Fuentes.
There we
got
go.
a
Walked
giant-
in on Nick Fuentes.
Yeah.
I've got a wine glass full of 10-year-old scotch.
Nice, fancy. Here we go. What the fuck is that? Is that your Nazi beer?
The beer that should have been here with when Reed Coverdale was here.
Warsteiner?
Warsteiner.
There we go. Now, okay, so you were at Tom Woods, and you saw me while I was with who?
Nikayla, Steven.
Oh,
Nikayla? Yeah.
Okay, so you came at the wrong time, because I was yelling at that guy. We were having
What,
an
were you
argument.
yelling at Michael Malice?
No, I was yelling at Steven and Nikayla. We were having...
About what?
Because Nikayla was not supportive enough of the Karen Ann Harlos reinstatement, and I wanted to discuss that with him. I missed the meeting where the Florida Mises Caucus got down his throat about it, and so
Yeah, they jumped his shit.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
so
Richmond?
That's what I was told.
now is he?
Oh no. Fine.
Okay. No. So they got a chance to talk to him, and so I got a chance to talk to him face to face because I missed that internet meeting, and so I pulled Josh over and I was like, "Hey, Josh, like, what do you think about Steven?" And he's like, "Oh, I love Steven. Steven's great. He's my boy." And I'm like, "What is that? What are you showing me right now? What was that? Vodka?"
Oh, that was the Scotch.
Oh, okay.
I was just showing if
Yeah.
people wanted to know what it was.
Okay, yeah. So yeah. Anyway, he's telling me, he's like, "Oh yeah, I love Steven. Steven's great." And I said, "Yeah, well, I don't think he was Karen Ann, and you know, we had this dispute with him." And he's like, "Hold on, wait a minute." He pulls out his phone. "Steven, get your ass outside right now." And like a second later, Steven comes walking out the door. I'm like, "Oh, I guess I'm gonna have a debate now with Steven while I'm fucking like 6 drinks in. Like, let's go."
Oh, that's where you gotta be careful, man.
Yeah. I was just like, I was just expressing frustration, and I wanted to sit there and chill with Josh. And Josh was like, "No, Steven's coming out." And then as soon as Steven came out, Josh didn't say anything. Steven walks up. He's like, "Hey, man." And I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" And Josh goes, "Fix this now," and turns his back. And that was it. Like, and then me and Steven were in it. So when you walked up to me, if you said, "Hey," I wasn't paying attention because I was dealing with Steven at that moment.
That was right
It was fun,
after.
though.
That sounds like a
that
Josh
was-
Smith story.
Yeah.
That was right after I met Josh, I think, and I saved Dickie Walnut's life from dealing with. That whole day.
He was trying to.
Oh, that whole night was great.
I saw the picture. We used it in our thumbnail. I saw the picture of him trying to wrestle Josh. Was that happening around the same time? Because
I was not there for that. I think that happened briefly. I was being autistic and going back inside to watch the actual event. Something similar to how Toad was.
In hindsight, I really
else
wish
was
I had
kinda
spent
doing
more
their
time
own
outside.
thing. So it became kind of splintered off. That's how Yao was too, though. For me, was like,
I mean,
You went to
Yao
Yao
was
as
a
well.
fun trip.
Yao was like, I don't know. After being the Tom Woods 2000, Yao kind of blew.
I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, really?
Tom Woods 2000 was a rager. Yeah, dude. Tom Woods 2000 was a fucking rager. And I don't know. Maybe this is just my own opinion, but Yao doesn't really seem like as crazy the party scene as it was when I was younger.
Well, it didn't.
Maybe it's because
to be
I'll
honest,
talk about
I
this
was
while I
told it was
piss.
like
Bathroom's
a
right
bunch
there.
of college people, and it was like different groups of libertarian and Republicans and Liberty Republicans and everything. Yeah, there was a lot of kind of people I would call bitches there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I thought it was full of I mean, I had a full-on a debate with 5 people on whether or not we should be funding Israel. And I was the only one debating against funding Israel.
Oh, man. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Yal, there's no other way to put it. The Young Americans for Liberty from 2013, when I was actually involved in that organization as a student, it's a very different organization to the one that I know now. I mean,
Yeah.
I still had a good time at this recent Yal event, but
Oh, it was fun.
it was different.
Yeah, I don't regret going at all because I got to meet. I mean, I met you guys. I met Clint. You know, I got to meet Nick Ashley and all them. So it was a blast. I just, yeah, I think Tom Woods was better. I think that I'm excited because I'm trying. I should be the next Pork Fest, and I am definitely going to Reno. So it'll be interesting too.
Yeah, I'm planning on going to both of those as well. No, Tom Woods 2000 though. It was a cool little excursion. No other way to put it. I did not expect it to be the rager that it ended up being, though. I can honestly say that.
I didn't expect
my
it to
God.
be nearly.
Oh my God, do you remember? I mean, my God, when Tom Woods fucking did that beer bong, my God, I did not know that he had it. You all think Tom Woods is all straight laced, but man, that dude has a party animal side.
Mitch, what kind of dog is this?
I don't know.
What kind of dog is it?
A white
He
dog?
doesn't know. He said a white dog.
Does it have retriever?
No retriever. What is it?
Great Pyrenees.
Great Pyrenees.
Oh, Great Pyrenees. Oh.
Did you get? He's got
Yeah, I
2
think I know.
toes.
He's gonna be over 100
Or
pounds.
2 extra toes. He's going to be
He's a big
over
dog.
100 pounds.
Holy
We
crap!
have,
Yeah, no, that dog's gonna be huge, dude. Look at those paws, man. That dog's
Yeah.
gonna be big. That's gonna be a
How
really
old
big
is
dog.
he? He's like 10 weeks? About
The
10
bigger the
weeks,
paws, the bigger they'll be.
Yeah.
Everybody.
I've heard that.
I work
here
with
has
dogs.
huskies.
He's
I
gonna
work
be
with
over
dogs,
100
man.
pounds.
Huh?
He's gonna be
Every-
over
every-
100 pounds.
Over 100
Everybody
pounds.
in Alaska has huskies.
Huskies? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in
They're
Florida who
small.
get those, and I don't really get it. Like,
It's weird. I see so many California and Florida getting huskies, and it's so offensive to me because those hate that climate.
don't
Like, they
appropriate
actually
my
The
culture.
despise
last
it.
2 episodes.
They hate
Two.
warm
Why
weather.
two?
They don't like it.
One?
For me, it's just like, here's how I look at it. Huskies,
That was.
like, if
I don't know.
you say you've never had an aquarium before, I'm not going to recommend the most high maintenance fish for you to get for your first fish. And I always deal with people who get like huskies and shit like that as their, or pit bulls or whatever as the first dog, and I'm just thinking like, I don't think this is really
You think
your
a pit bull
first-
is a bad first dog?
Yeah.
He said,
Yeah.
yeah. He said too high
Yeah.
maintenance.
I like
Oh,
pit
dude,
bulls.
dude, no, it's not
They're
even high
high
maintenance.
maintenance.
It's like there's like this. There's okay. Now you're gonna get me ranting about work.
Get
There's
over
like
here.
there's fucking no. I
I'll
love
put
them. They're
the
great
camera over
dogs.
here so
They're
you can
awesome.
join.
I'm not saying that they're bad.
Randy says you're bullshit.
I'm
She
not.
said-
Hear me out. I deal with people every day who don't know what the fuck they're doing. That's why I'm just like, ugh.
Maybe if you get one from the fucking pound.
You hearing
They were
this?
fighting dogs. They're not high maintenance in general. They're
He.
Okay.
What?
Anyway, I can say many things about my job. I'm not talking about
You
high
can
maintenance.
say whatever you want. She can't hear you. I'll just translate.
I can read lips, bitch. Say it.
This turns into an argument, and I didn't mean it for it to. And now I'm fucking
That's what the
giving
trash show
adverts
is
for
for.
dog
We come
food
here
companies.
and we talk trash.
Give me like 20 seconds. I gotta go.
In
20
regards, I'm
seconds.
thinking of-
All right.
I'm thinking of
What?
like certain fucking people who come into my store who don't know what the fuck they're doing, have never owned a dog before, don't know how to basically express to the dog how to be dominant or how to do anything. Like, there's one girl I know in particular. I don't know how she got this dog. She probably fucking told me. But I swear to God, this dog is fucking insane every time she brings it. The dog's cool with me. It's cool with the groomer. It's cool with anyone else who works at my store. But if like another customer walks in, this dog will start barking like viciously, uncontrollably. And it's one of those things where it's like, the girl obviously doesn't know what she's doing. And I realized this recently. If anything, this is more of a knock on the owner than it is the breed of dog itself. Because it just comes down to the type of knowledge that you need to take care of an animal. Because look at the girl in question. She doesn't know how to control the animal. And yet the funny thing is, when the dog groomer comes up, like that dog will listen to my groomer with anything. And I literally talked to the groomer one time. I was like, I don't know why this dog is. Oh, she just needs someone to be stern for her. She needs someone who knows how to be stern.
Anytime I've had a dog that's been unruly, you just assert dominance over the dog. You just grab it by the back of the neck and you just hold it down, and you're like, "Listen, bitch," and then it listens.
There's a lot of things that there are a lot of things that
it doesn't sound
overlap with all
humane,
dogs.
but it actually is. Like that's the only language they speak, and as long as you don't hurt it, like you're just holding it and like saying like, "Shut up," like listen to me right now. I'm in control, and they pay attention.
Well, that's
Like
what I'm
women.
saying, man.
Just one time. What? Wife opens the door immediately. What?
Now you're the one in hot water.
Yeah.
But
So we
anyway,
have a
like no, like
Brussels
there's a
Griffon.
bunch of breeds. There's a bunch of breeds that I just wouldn't recommend to someone if they have no experience with an animal, like even a dog or at all.
Women.
You know what I mean? A lot of them tend to be just bigger types of dogs because even though bigger the baby, the bigger they are, the more the work too.
We have a Brussels Griffon. It is this big.
Big ass dog. I can't even see.
No, we have a
Oh.
Brussels Griffon. They're like, if you Google Brussels Griffon, they are the cutest dog on the planet, and I'll fight you.
A Brussels Griffon?
Oh,
I don't know,
Brussels
man. I think the
Griffon.
fuck you. This is the ideal breed. Those are they.
Hear her right now?
They
Yes,
are
kind
ugly.
of.
Brussels Griffon is my. We have a Brussels
Closer.
Griffon.
You can go as far as right here without being on camera. Okay, your hand is on camera. Now what? There's a red finger.
It's times like this I wish I had my Pomeranian.
By the way, my Brussels Griffon's name
No, they're so ugly.
from Toy
Look at those
Story,
pictures.
Lotso Huggenbear,
Oh,
the evil
Why are we
bear. We
talking
named
about
him after
I
that.
pulled up this is
Oh,
what you're talking about. Fuck you, monster.
Yes. He looks
why are they talking about that?
eerily like that too.
Leighton says it's his favorite dog.
No, that's what we have. We
Do
have
better.
one.
Oh, that's what he has. Sorry.
Do
Yeah.
better.
Do better.
There's a pound probably.
I mean,
not
we
too
have
far.
we have big
Not too
dogs
late.
too.
It's not too late. This is New York. You can abort it at any time.
Yeah. 5 years, 10 doesn't matter.
I don't know if
All right,
you'll be
Mitch.
ll to see this on my phone.
So say a
Oh,
lot
hold
about
on.
it.
I can. Hold on. There we go. What is that? What is that?
Is that a raccoon?
She's a
It's
mix.
just
I don't really
a
know what she
raccoon.
is. Her name's Xena. We named her after Xena
Cool.
Princess
Trash
Warrior.
bandit.
Yeah,
No,
she's
I would
cool.
have never guessed that it
What
was
is it?
Princess Warrior. Xena.
I was gonna name Zoe Xena if you didn't say
No.
anything.
No, it's Zoe. Zoe's way better than Xena. That's a much better
She
name.
ate her wall. She's not better.
Oh, you got more? Hold on. I can't make it big.
Look, unless
Oh, okay. That's the one.
oh,
That's the Brussels
that's not a
Griffon.
mop.
That's not a mop. Is that an old mop that you have in your closet?
You should wash that thing once in a while.
Yeah, there's an awful lot of dog smack talking going on here.
Anything under
Well,
Yeah,
a
this
pound
is abusive.
So Mitch, my wife wants to know what's your ideal dog breed, and she's going to judge you based on
Ugh.
Yeah, he already knows it's gonna be bad.
this. What is it?
No, because I know exactly what dog it is.
Poodle lover?
No, it's probably a schnoodle or
You're on,
something
Josh.
dumb.
No, it's the type of dog that I didn't expect to love, but then my little sister couldn't take care of him, so now I've kind of got him.
Who cares about your sympathy? What is
It's
it?
my
What is it?
sympathy story that I
Oh,
use
this is
at coffee
one
shops to
question.
get women's
Don't be a
numbers.
What is the dog breed?
No wonder you don't get laid.
It is a Pomeranian. Exactly, Josh did that. He's a
Pomeranian?
Pomeranian.
Oh my
Yes.
god! You know I had
A
to
little
order
white-
the Pomeranian pills just to make it live, and they're retarded. They're
Those
fucking
dogs
retarded, and
get
they-
you zero
Oh my
pussy.
god, their screams.
Those dogs.
You'd be
get
surprised,
zero
dude. He looks like a
pussy.
little white wolf.
That's,
That dog looks like a little white wolf,
Well,
man.
that's
It works.
Chihuahua.
look at this
Take him to the fucking-
Look at this
No,
fucking
that's
guy.
not.
This
That's
is
not what mine looks like. That's not.
No,
Okay, one
that's
second.
a long
One
Okay,
second.
is this what yours looks like? Is that what yours looks like?
That's what any
The fucking
Pomeranian
Doge
looks
dog? The fucking Doge dog?
No,
is
it's
overrated?
not.
like. Dog
I'm
is-
fucking dropping this in the Discord right now.
Here.
This shit just got real.
This is-
I
this is
dropped it.
Mitch's
I have his
dog.
Why
dog.
is
Shut up.
that ideal dog? They're assholes.
Why is this your ideal
They
dog?
can't
She
do
wants
shit.
to know.
They can't do shit.
I'm literally, if you will let me get a pic. This is turning into a Fox News segment really fast. All right, one second.
This is
No, we have
wait,
way
wait,
more
wait,
than
wait.
3 minutes.
Remember when Dave Smith was on Kennedy yelling at that one dude a few weeks ago? This is that.
Yeah, that's what it was reminding me.
Say a lab.
I feel like Dave
dog's
Smith
not a
right now.
bitch dog.
I thought he was going to say a lab at the very worst. He said, "Fuck a Pomeranian."
He's got a Pomeranian.
Mitch, you're not allowed to
Josh is telling the dump truck, look out.
There's no
The
way
dump truck
Mitch
about
is
to come out here and
libertarian.
dump on you, bro.
Shut on.
Oh no. Laura's gonna come shit on Mitch
Picture of
for
him
having a
just-
Pomeranian.
Thank you, Laura. We're on the same page.
Go
Women
put a
unite.
picture of my dog.
We don't
Women,
usually say
women
that.
agree. Mitch is not
I
a real
don't usually
man.
say that, but if it's against Pomeranians, then I unite.
Why is everybody frozen?
Hey,
for
leave
Mitch?
Charlie out of it.
Got blurry eyes.
Women
He has no
See,
eyes.
but the problem is women generally tend to come together because women are generally retarded.
Yeah, that's true.
Any
That's
man's
true.
dog has to be over 80 pounds. Exclude Zoe and Rex. Or Sadie and Rex.
That is not a wrong. That is
See,
not an
Josh
incorrect
says you're not
statement.
wrong
For what?
for saying that.
I'm
a
like
man's dog must
watching
be
this
over 80
loading
pounds.
bar.
This
Okay.
microphone goes
I'm making
double,
sure
now,
we can.
so you're good.
Okay. Thank you, you Pomeranian ass bitch.
You can't even get like a cool.
Man,
looking
you're just
dog
so
either.
salty
You get,
about
like,
my
a
pit bull
bitch-ass
comment.
I bet
dog.
his bush matches
How the
the
fuck you
Pomeranian.
end up with
You were
like,
just so salty
the
about
good-
that pit bull comment.
I can't hear his out.
No,
No,
I'm
She says you're so mad. He says you're so salty about the pit bull.
He's
comment.
so Mitch
Oh,
is
I
just
don't
salty
have a
because
pit bull.
he's got the goddamn cover
I don't
art
even
from
own a
fucking
pit bull.
Goosebumps as his dog.
Dude, I swear to God,
Wait,
own a pit bull.
I literally have a "Don't tread on me" image of this dog.
I have a don't
Look at
fit
the
on
load.
the image of this dog. But yet, this dog is treaded on probably regularly anyway.
It probably is. 'cause
It
it's
is
a
the
bitch.
easiest dog to tread on.
Right?
That
Like,
is true.
you're not making
It
it
is,
hard to
it
tread
is.
on said dog.
It's more like "Don't take my ball."
Best dog to have, German Shepherd. Everybody around here agrees.
I like Rottweilers.
All right, go pull up the.
You can
Yeah,
have. You can
I want to
have
hear
one.
this from
Where's Zoe?
you.
Give me Zoe.
No.
My honey buddy
No,
baby.
Yo,
used
Tim.
to work.
Zoe.
Tim, pull it up.
We had
Pull
two
it up.
Rottweilers
Tim,
in
pull
Big
it up.
Lake in
The
this
dang-
area where
dang-
I'm from in Alaska,
Nice.
and they were the friendliest dogs.
Oh,
Here it is.
I
Oh.
didn't know that about
Pomeranian?
myself, dude.
it looks like a small version of
Get up. Come here. There
That's
you
not
go.
a Pomeranian.
Yeah, he's a pom.
That's a
There's
Pom
different
mix.
subbreeds.
Oh.
There's different subbreeds.
This is a
Tim
man's
Bell
dog
shooting
right here.
you.
You hear that? You hear that?
I can't
That's a
see him.
man's
It's
dog.
frozen.
She snorts like a pig.
What do you mean it's
Is that
frozen? Fucking
Is that a
fix it.
Rottweiler?
Yes.
Dude, is that a
It's
fucking?
pure
I fucking
Rottweiler.
love it. Dude, Rots are the best, man. Like,
Everything.
honestly, Rottweilers are a close
They're
second.
wild.
Like, they are so fucking great.
They're a close second to Pomeranians.
As
Also,
you know what,
I love
here's
your
what I would do.
cam on dogs.
If I want a guard dog, that's also awesome. Fucking Rots, man. Rottweilers are the best. I fucking love them for that reason.
She is fucking stupid. She like runs over the puppy. When we got the fence put up for the first time at night, I took her out and I took her out without a leash, and I was like, here, just go run. And she just fucking ran. She runs around the house to the side where the fence is, full fucking force, just like it dives right into the fucking.
Could have just said
Right
she
into
ran
the
into the
fence.
fence. You have to do all that.
No, that
My
was,
dog
I think
Xena,
you're
the one that I
just
showed you the
What was that about?
photo
What
of,
did you
she
just
ran
do?
into a pole after we
that
got
was
her.
for entertainment value.
Look, your phone piece fell off.
What? I don't care.
What?
Oh,
This
that
is a
one's
little
gone.
bit of a sneak
You did
peek
that
of
just
what
now.
my son's gonna look like when I'm done.
Come on.
Oh, no,
above
what
you,
does he have?
behind you.
Josh.
Oh, what is that? What is that, Josh?
Josh.
My
Is that a
flute.
poodle?
What the fuck is that
A
thing?
floof?
The
Josh.
coolest the flute.
None of
He
you
picks
can
my
be
bloods for me.
libertarians anymore.
What the fuck is that?
It's a mop.
What
it's
is that a
bigger mop
doodle?
head. That's all.
It's a
Just
mini
a big
poodle.
mop.
Yeah,
you
it's
got
a
Is
doodle.
that a
But
doodle?
wait,
custodian size
but
mop.
wait, there's
Yeah.
more.
But
Wait, that's a
there's
doodle.
more?
That's a
That's a
doodle?
Boys, you
I've
barely
been being
noticed
judged by someone who has a
Stop
doodle?
Stop bringing out your
But
flashlight.
wait, I said there's more,
What's a
good sir.
doodle?
Oh, am I no longer the lowest on the list?
Golden doodles.
Nah.
Too much angry.
Have you had Puggles?
Usually, if you've ever watched pit bulls and parolees, Pitbull people aren't usually poodle people, right?
Does anybody have a
He has
man?
a pit bull
But wait.
poodle.
There's more.
He's
Come,
like dragging
baby
his
girl.
dog.
He's dragging
Look,
it out of the cage.
Look.
Come out, it's your
Hey,
turn.
honey bunny baby.
Dude, that one's okay.
What's up,
I'll
big
accept
girl?
We're all
that.
just showing off dogs here.
Hell yeah.
But no,
Let me
it
introduce
cancels
you
out. It's a
to
zero.
the XL Bully Ridgeback mix that is
What's his
XL
name
Bully
though?
Ridgeback mix.
Honey
Yeah.
Bunny.
What's the name?
Honey Bunny.
Oh yeah,
the
doesn't
Jugger
count.
Bun.
Doesn't count.
Okay, he is
Jugger Bun.
adorable.
Look at it, it's like, stop calling me
He's
that.
got the seal face.
I wasn't allowed to call her Honey Badger, so we settled on Honey Bun.
You weren't allowed for Honey Badger? Why is Honey
Because
Bun better
Honey-
than Honey Badger?
Honey Badger.
Because
Because
Honey
Honey
Badger don't give a
Badger
fuck.
sounds dangerous and scary. Honey
Oh.
Bun
Exactly.
sounds sweet
That's the
and
point.
like cuddly.
Yes.
That's the
Honey Badger
point.
don't give a fuck.
Kill her for all I care.
Look, Honey Bun, Honey Badger, Honey, she don't give a shit either way.
What? You're gonna get her out of a vending machine for 25 cents? No.
Look, I don't know what vending machine you're getting Honey Buns out for 25 cents. but
Sorry,
don't even
$1.
threaten me. Like
$38.
this is the vending machine
Is
I
Get
Nisa
out of
still
here,
alive?
bitch.
like.
My bad. Nothing's
We're taking
Damn.
that vending machine to Ancapistan. Fuck yeah.
$1.
25-cent Honey Buns. I'm beating that
107,
bitch
baby.
all day. I get 4 Honey Buns for $1. What?
4 Honey
Are
Buns
they-
for $1. I'm on it.
What?
Give them to
I'm in
me.
Alaska. A honey bun is $2.29 at a minimum.
She probably ran in bed.
Oh, Leighton says $2.29 in Alaska.
Inflation.
Don't go there.
I'll tell ya.
'cause they're frozen.
She don't want now.
Frozen honey buns
Judged
for
by some-
Yeah, and
$2.29.
they're guaranteed to be stale.
Guaranteed stale. Oh boy.
This is what the supply chain shortage is doing, folks.
Oh no, it's
I'll let
always
him
been
bark
like
at the
that
snout.
here.
He ain't going to the
You haven't lived till you've tried to buy dots in Alaska. Dots in Alaska will just break your teeth no matter where you buy
Dots?
them
Oh,
from. Because any
People buy
gummy
dots?
product that I
Put them in a pan.
love tropical dots.
Microwave.
I'm a fat Jew. When I go to the mirror, like that's it.
Fair. I know some
Just
fat
put
Jews.
lard
They
on
love
them.
dots. You are
Just-
correct.
Okay, stands to reason.
What's Josh's ideal dog? If you could have anything. We already know Mitch.
He
is
can
a-
hear you. You don't have to ask
Okay, Josh,
Yeah,
what's
like,
your
why don't you
ideal
just say- why
dog?
don't you
The
just ask
random
me?
Mitch is a fucking Pomeranian.
me. What's your ideal dog? Is what
Honestly, the more I
you
think
I
about it,
have my
Husky would
ideal
also be
dog.
cool.
That fucking
Mine?
Ridgeback
Oh,
mix
what's
is
it
fucking
the pit
nasty.
Ridgeback mix.
Hell
Just
yeah.
'cause it's got a
You-
ridge back.
You
ever
know
seen
what a
those dogs,
Rhodesian Ridgeback is? Them motherfuckers are used to hunt lion in the Serengeti.
Okay, where the fuck is a lion in your area?
In
Motherfucker,
Miami.
I don't know, but if there's I'm motherfucking ready. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
Brandy needs her own camera and microphone at this
No.
point.
Yeah, at this point, the shit talking
I'm
off
being-
camera is interesting.
I don't want
yeah,
saint.
so
not a
me and
saint,
my
what are they
family-
called? Those fucking dark ones.
Me and my
But
family
she needs her own
breed
headset so she can hear you.
puggles.
No, I can hear them. Hear them being bitches. It's fine. I'm kidding.
Disembodied
Y'all are
voice
great.
talking shit over there. I see you.
Yeah, right?
No, I don't actually.
Come on, camera!
Are you even a real person?
It's cool.
They don't believe you're
Voice
real.
talking
You're
shit.
brute now. You're not real.
Tim, you sound real
he's
sexy
met
over
me.
there.
I don't know
That's
if he
right.
has.
I could throw my voice. It comes out of my dick, actually.
That sounds like a lady, huh?
That's right.
Yeah, it does. It's no wonder. I realized your dick was off camera now. This makes total
That's right.
sense.
That's right.
Me and my family used to breed puggles.
My ideal dog is.
Puggles.
Our beagle
Was
pug
the
breed.
dick off camera for the
Beagle
pug?
pugs?
And at the
Oh,
time,
a
we were
puggle, you
the,
bitch.
Puggles are-
Puggles. They're ugly. They look like
Look
a
up
fucking
a puggle.
gremlin fucking rock.
they're hilarious. When they're puppies, they're these giant fluff balls with little snouts.
Go look up a fucking
poking
puggle.
out. They look
Go.
like the cutest thing
We'll
ever.
go,
Them
we'll
shits
go.
are uggles.
They
Those
are.
shits
Well,
ugly.
they are. Hugs are dogs that are so ugly. That is the whole.
But yeah,
Like,
look at that.
No,
Hugs are
they're-
not
they're
cute.
just
They are
ugly.
ugly
There's
where
nothing
they become
cute about them.
There's that
No.
one.
Yeah.
Oh God, it's.
Snaggle
Okay,
looking
no,
bitch.
listen.
Oh no.
All right, you don't get to show them
There's no
anal
listen.
AIDS.
Retarded,
You,
oh
show
I
one that
grew
has
up
some
having
class.
pugs. I had pugs.
Look
Like
at
that's
that
got
ugly
some
ass
class.
dog, babe.
That's got some class.
Like,
Look at it out. Oh, there's dump truck. Hey, what's up?
It's retarded.
It is-
It's a puggle.
Shit, I can't think of
It's
the
a
dog's
puggle.
name.
Yeah, we
Oh,
used to
here,
breed them.
here,
We were
you-
the first people in the state of Alaska to breed those dogs. They
There's
came
a
from
dog
Canada.
that has like humanly long hair, and I can't think of it.
Oh, how do I go? There we go. Look at that boy.
Tell me that is not the me of dogs.
Hooked up, I'm a dog. That's all I'm seeing there. Hooked up, I'm a dog.
I can't think of the dog.
Hi guys. How you guys? To the bar.
Damn it.
So, are you doing a show? Is that why you have a new studio?
I am going to be doing a couple things. It has been a long time coming. I've been trying to get things set up since literally Yao. So it's
What do you
been.
mean you're trying to get things set up? You have an internet connection. That is the biggest hurdle in
Oh,
Alaska.
I have a
Now you're
Jesus
good.
internet connection. I've got 1 gig up, 1 gig down. My is
Fuck.
$1 million.
She ran away.
Jesus, in Alaska, I'm sure, bro.
I like to play video games. If you want to play video games, you're gonna pay out the ass for it.
Yeah. So what do you got? You got some Rocket League? You want to play?
I actually broke my PS4, so I am going to town to buy a new one when my next paycheck gets here.
Going to town.
So,
You
so,
and
so
me,
on the
bro.
topic of
We're
gaming,
going to town. What's
I
up?
have to
On the
go
top of-
100 miles to buy a game system, by the way.
My town is like 15 miles away, so 130 beats that by a long shot.
Fuck yeah. That's like a 3-hour drive for a fucking
Yeah.
We
console.
have one fire
It's two-
station.
2.5 hours if you drive it right.
Shop.
A pork chop.
2.5.
so honestly, I still think we need to face the Tower Power Hour guys in Call of Duty. I've been talking a lot of shit.
Beat the shit out of him, dude. Let's go.
That's
I
what I'm
would do
saying.
that
That's-
for sure.
They would catch a
Yeah.
mean fate. I would bring the whole Rafflecopter pilots with me.
Let's do it, buddy.
There you go.
Ooh, figured out. My favorite ideal dog is a Newfoundland. Look that up.
Newfoundland?
Yes,
Newfoundland-
one of those. They don't have them in
They're
Florida
really-
ever,
Expensive though.
but I would fuck them
They're
all.
just big as fuck.
Honestly,
Newfoundland dog, I guess. You gotta search.
I've thought about getting a Mastiff mix here, just because they're bigger than everybody else's Huskies.
Mastiff.
But
Get a Mastiff,
Yeah, they're
please.
talking about Mastiff.
Yes,
Mastiffs
get
are
one,
fucking-
please.
The
If you upgrade
fucking
from
Hound of
Pomeranian,
Baskerville.
Puggle.
So that's a Newfoundland.
yeah,
Yes,
they're
I think
awesome.
they are.
Huge.
is that the Beethoven dog?
No,
No,
that's not
I think
Beethoven.
the Mastiff is, right?
no,
Maybe it is. I think it
No,
is.
that's a Saint Bernard you're
Saint
thinking
Bernard?
of.
Saint Bernard.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Saint
Yeah,
Bernard's
we
a
had a-
Beethoven, John.
We had a Saint Bernard named
Yeah, that's the Beethoven.
Thor
Yeah.
for a while.
Also, I would love a bloodhound.
Okay. Yeah.
Mm.
But they slap.
Oh god. They give me
Oh,
headaches.
fuck you, Pomeranian.
Oh, no, fuck bloodhounds.
For anything
Those dogs
you
never
say.
stop
What's up?
howling. I can't stand it.
Up in
You're
Alaskan
probably a
herd.
And you know, honestly, I want to edit my
What?
answer to anything that looks like a wolf.
He likes split gas dogs. He's probably a bird.
I like anything.
Alaskan
How
what?
about we rephrase
Malamute?
the question?
Alaskan
dog
bush
is-
people.
What dog should be eliminated from this
Fucking
planet?
joke.
What dog, if we could undo their existence?
What
I
dog?
feel like
Chihuahua.
Dump truck
instantly.
said Chihuahua. Them motherfuckers
Or
gotta go.
corgi.
What dog
Have you ever
could
seen
end
Yeah,
their
corgis
yeah.
existence?
run?
I think we're all
Any
gonna
dog
find
I
unity.
have a gun? What do you want?
No, what breed of dog, if you could end their
Oh, and-
existence?
I have a whole list.
You don't get a whole list, Brandy. You get one.
Why are you so
One.
passionate
You
about
get
this?
one.
Who, me?
No,
Because people
Brandy.
know what they don't
Whatever,
like.
the one with the
People all know what they hate the most.
Oh, she wants to kill your dog, Leighton. What'd you say? What is it?
Brissons, Brussels,
Brussels,
Bitch
fuck
ass.
you! Hey,
Brussels. Yeah.
Hey,
Brussels Griffin, right?
A corgi has
She
way
said
less
fuck you.
accessibility than my
It's a
Brussels.
secret
whoa, whoa.
mouth.
Have you ever
Like,
seen a
that's
corgi
inbred.
run? They die from
It's super
drinking
inbred.
water. Like, you don't get
Then we
a
need to have-
fucked up animal.
He isn't lying.
Soren,
We need,
Soren, you can join right now, twitter.com/realswampcast. Our latest post, you can join.
This is
Alright,
an
what?
open stream, boys and girls. Anybody
Who,
can come
Leighton?
in.
No,
Oh yeah, Soren.
This is gonna get scary. We're gonna see dicks
I
out.
was thinking of a young boy who wants to be a pilot.
Oh, Mara?
Yo, help
He's
me
not
out.
a real pilot.
No, of course not.
Not
What,
yet.
Yet.
what happened to him?
Where's
I
Mark?
don't know where Mara is.
I need him to take me to Gulf Scope.
Mara.
What is his real name, though? What's his real name?
No, his real name is Nathan.
Nathan's hot dogs.
Nathan loves dogs.
I'm running out of whiskey and you're
You got a
making me
bunch of
sad.
buns, boy. Show up.
Why are we
That
making you
is
sad? Because
sad.
we want to exterminate your dog from existence?
Fine. We'll go with Chihuahua. We'll start with
Chihuahuas
Yeah,
are an
start
easy
with
choice.
Chihuahuas.
Well,
Yeah.
no.
Sure.
So Charlie is all of a sudden better.
And then Chihuahuas, because they're pretty close, right?
Start with what?
Rats, then Chihuahuas.
Rats?
Because Chihuahuas and rats are
What's a
like,
breed of dog?
where do you think Chihuahuas
Chihuahua's
This is
a rat
some
dog.
now
So,
rat
I mean,
dog.
China level
Yeah.
shit we're talking about by the
This is some what?
Mao China level shit we're talking about by the
Oh,
way.
well, hey, look.
We should look up.
I'm not eating the fucking dog.
I have
I'm
the
just-
right to
Fair enough.
Exterminating it off the
all
planet.
Chihuahuas.
What is the biggest breed of dog?
What is the biggest breed of dog? I don't know.
Because
What
I
is
need to find that and buy one.
I think it's that gigantic ass Russian one.
Bull mastiffs have
think I
got
know
to be
what
out
you
of
like.
their ways.
them like crazy looking.
Mitch. Shut up, Mitch.
I almost typed, what is the largest breed of
That was
dog?
Josh.
I would think bull
What?
mastiffs have got to be high up on there. There's a Scottish dog that's high up on there too.
It definitely is not that one. Whatever the fuck that picture was. Oh, that was one of our dogs. That one.
I just remember seeing this big ass dog in Siberia, Russia. That I was like, holy fuck.
Bullshit. No, down.
16
Think
largest
that dog
dog
on
dog breed.
16 largest broads. I'd love to see that one.
In
Don't make me
Russia,
type
you
it.
don't
Yeah.
feed dogs, you.
Exactly. Okay, according to the
Yo mama is
American
number
Kennel
one.
Club,
Right, guys? Right? Yo mama.
these are not the biggest. An Alaskan
I think the
dog
big
is-
out there is Archie Flower,
No.
right?
Cheetah.
No.
Oh, that's what's in
Yeah,
the,
probably.
not the biggest one, but
Nah,
that's
yeah,
Waldenburger.
Scary ass bitches. What the fuck is that? That shouldn't be allowed to exist.
Waldenburger's
It's called, like,
significantly
human hair.
larger than.
Actually, you're right. I had an idea.
I want to know.
Me and Waldenburger should sumo wrestle.
Dude,
It would
I'd pay-
be the.
I'd pay
We
money.
could raise so much money for the Libertarian Party, the national convention. Me and Waldenburger sumo wrestle. I lock him up.
This may actually be a great fundraising idea if Waldenburger
Dude, I
isn't a
will
fucking
underwear
cunt.
the whole thing.
Josh.
I am
Josh.
down.
Wait, guys, Josh. You used to be a wrestling promoter, right?
Yeah, I
Oh,
used to.
fuck
I
yes.
booked and promoted a little bit back in the day.
We need those skills back for this.
I have-
I mean, it's
bigger
on like
tits
that.
than him, and I am ready.
It's gotta be quick.
Josh,
You know, look,
Embrace
we're
your
talking,
inner
look,
Don
ladies
King.
and gentlemen, May 26th, Reno, Nevada, Golden Nugget
Largest
Hotel.
Breed of dog.
It's going down. Walden
I have to
titties.
buy one.
Our man Layton.
My
Sumo
nickname
wrestler.
in high school was Lay Titty.
Wait, no, that's.
Lay titties versus Walden titties. It's on. Battle of the titties, boys and girls. Reno,
Nasty.
Nevada,
Nice.
May 26th. We are doing it live at the Golden Nugget.
I'm coming back.
Live at the
Sweaty.
Nugget.
There's gonna be titties
Come
out.
get your dingleberries, boys.
Fat man ass is gonna be flagrantly out and about for us too. Your nap is gonna get violated, ladies and gentlemen, but it is going down. May 26th, Reno, Nevada, Golden Nugget, LNC
They love
National Convention.
Penis is doing a shrink.
I
Your
feel like
penis
Josh
will do
has
the
to be the
shrimp.
announcer.
They heard that.
we could get a
I-
pretty sick announce
This,
James together.
but wait, there's more. Because he's right. We have too many Joshes in the libertarian movement, in the libertarian party
There's
even.
too
so
many.
round 2, we're having the dose. The rubber
Davids and
match.
Joshes are just gonna
Josh fight. Josh will rumble going down as the pre-show event. We're going to put every Josh in the LP up against one another.
Are you telling me right now that you are challenging Josh Smith to a wrestling match at
I'm
Reno?
challenging
Every
Josh
Josh.
Smith in Iowa. I'm challenging Josh Smith in Michigan. I'm challenging the random Josh in fucking California. I know you're watching this shit too, pussy. Come find me at convention. We gonna fight it out for this. There can only be one Josh. I don't give a fuck. It's me.
I'm putting
Change
it out
all
right
names.
now.
Y'all better come to convention telling the
Event
credentials
of
committee,
the year.
I need to re-register. I got a new name. I identify as not Josh anymore. That would be the smart thing. I'm just saying, y'all don't want this smoke. It'll be tragic
He
for
follows
y'all,
us,
not
so
me.
he-
For y'all.
My
he's
God, we
definitely
got a
gonna see it.
pretty stacked card for Reno as is. Goddamn.
I'm big, but I would like. I am.
You know,
ready.
honest
See,
to
I'm
God,
gonna
if we did want to do something like this, you could probably get the Pro Wrestling Caucus on board.
Absolutely.
Dude,
I
they
would
be
definitely
all
reach
about
out to
it.
my buddy
They would
Len
be
and
all
see if he
about
would
it.
do a big bag of fuck 'em up match for us.
Yeah.
He hasn't done a show in a while, but
Down.
What does
Y'all
it
need
take to? What does it actually take? Like, say that the Florida Mises Caucus wanted to hold a wrestling match. What do we have to do it?
so I'd have to look into what the regulations are and
Because
the
I get in the
regulations
ring
first
at
off.
convention. Let's rent a place. We got a couple months. We can do it.
Absolutely.
I
As
mean, none of it
amateur,
would
it can't be that hard.
Right.
No, like pro wrestling is just because you're putting on an event, they're gonna want certain things. Like I know, like when we were in New York, like,
Insurance, sure.
yeah,
There's a lot of
insurance. They were,
regulatory
they
bullshit.
require a ringside doctor to be there just in case something happens. Like, there's so many things that you need, but there's ways around it. Like you you can work with another promoter who does already have insurance. Hey, like, would you want to joint promote? Yeah, I'm not actually going to do anything. You guys are going to do all the heavy lifting, but I'll put my name on there and let you use my insurance policy. That could solve one. That's a
That's what
theory
I
that could
want.
solve one problem. If it's we need a ringside doctor. Hey, who's got an MD and is willing to sit there and bullshit for an hour?
Right.
That's simple. We've done that. I've seen that happen.
All
But
I
yeah,
know
I mean,
the
if
is that
Swamp
we could
Creatures in a
raise
Royal Rumble
ton
match.
of money for something, whether the party
I mean-
or a charity or hell, buy a bunch of people guns. I don't care, but he needs to put his money where his mouth is. Saying I'm willing to slap around those titties in the ring, and if somebody wants to accept that challenge, that's up to him.
I'm
we
tagging
can
you
book
too.
it. We can
As-
book it.
I mean, what other wrestling things could we do? Like, what are some other libertarian wrestling matches we could book?
I mean,
There's got to be.
How do you fucking spell this guy's name?
We got to make this the libertarian version of All In at this point.
What's
yeah,
his,
I mean,
is
like
his
you got
name
you got
Josh?
the Joshua Rumble, you got the Titty Battle.
Can't find
I don't know.
Waldenberger.
We could
How do
we
you
could
spell
put
his
all
name?
we could put all the Liberty ethos in a Rumble, in like a
Ooh.
bra and panties match.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Power
yeah,
Games.
yeah.
Liberty
versus-
ethos in a bra and panties match. That seems right up their alley. They don't care. They're already getting naked on their OnlyFans anyway. We're paying
Power
for
game
it. It's all the
versus swamp
same.
creatures, baby. This is easy. You're talking about
There you go. We could have an elimination
tag
chamber
team.
match.
creatures,
Let's
man.
go.
For
Jose's going down.
president of the swamp. We
Let's
can
go.
get bitches
Oh, so that's how we're gonna settle this.
Hell
This
yeah,
is the
elimination
ring.
chamber match.
Yeah.
I'm pulling double
Elimination
duty. Ric
chamber.
Flair, baby. Woo!
In the
We're
fucking
doing it
ring.
twice on Sundays.
I'm
Dude,
down
we're
for
making
it.
I'll
moves.
fuck all the Joshes up and then come take King of the Swamp.
That would be
I'm
quite the
looking it
burial.
up.
I'll be like Chris Jericho. I'm gonna get my
How
ass beat
to?
through the whole match just to come out as the last entrant for the championship scramble and take that shit out of nowhere.
I feel like if I don't do it in the actual sumo wrestling underwear, like then I'm failing like everything. I have enough
Oh,
hair.
dude,
I can
I
make
will-
a bun. I can make.
I will
Make a
reinvest
bun.
in kick pads. I will reinvest in trunks. I will reinvest in all my old gear just for a one-off. If we really decide, if we really could make this happen, I would reinvest in all new shit for myself.
God damn.
Hot Josh, baby, we coming for that ass.
Hot Josh, is that what you called
Jersey
yourself?
Zone, Hot Josh, baby. We doing it live.
You know,
May
I
26th,
wanna-
Reno, Golden Nugget. We're doing it.
I want to shit on it so bad, but Stone Cold started off as Stunning Steve, so I really can't. Like Hot Josh sounds way better than Stunning
Dude,
Steve.
why is that?
Jersey's
That
own
seems to
hot
be a
dog.
thing. You ever notice that's a thing in wrestling where you start off as like the most squeaky clean hero, like the
Yeah,
most like
because
I'll be right back.
Party Marty,
Yeah,
Stunning
you're good,
Steve
you're good.
Austin, fucking.
yeah, because the first thing you learn in like the industry is legitimately think of the absolute worst thing you could have to do in front of a bunch of people for money, and
Do
then
it
expect
first,
that
yeah.
that's one of the immediately first things that you're gonna do in the business. Like that's just the reality. Like you're gonna do some things like completely embarrassing. Like you can't have any fear, that you can't be any doubts with yourself. Like you have to be very comfortable in your own skin. That's why when people are like, oh my god, like I can do, I'll dress up in drag. Like that shit don't bother me. I'll have a full face of makeup, 6-inch stiletto, high heels. I'll put the thong on. I don't care. You ain't gonna phase me. I'll still steal
Josh's
your
most
bitch in them high
embarrassing
heels.
thing is to dress up like a woman.
Nope.
No.
I take the
No, I
William
get
Regal approach. When somebody's like, "Who wants to do?" Me. That shit's fun. People get so
Yeah.
uncomfortable over that. I had my sister do a full face of fucking makeup on Easter just to fucking agitate my own mother.
That's what I fucking love about the wrestling world. Like, I never got into doing shit like you have in wrestling, but like having done things in like theater and like all this other like theatrical shit. I don't know. I just like I feel the energy of it. No other way to put it.
You gotta
Like-
have fun with it, man. People don't want to have fun
Yeah.
no more. They're so scared of their own self-image. Like, who gives a shit? Y'all
Dude,
are
that's
so
what my
fucking-
shit was. I fucking
Y'all work
auditioned
by
for Once
social
Upon a
media.
Mattress for the Queen, just for the hell of
I'm-
it.
I'm like really looking into this right now. Like, how do you actually organize a match? Like,
It's
I don't know. Is it like who's
feel
the
like we're
biggest
in too
promoter in Florida? No, I'm not in too deep. This is the trash show. We take out the trash here, and here's what we're doing.
who's the biggest promoter in Florida? You
WWE.
are we talking about like
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, I was
other
about
than
to
them. Other than them, you know.
the Khan family?
I'm just wondering if we could get somebody else to put it on for us, and
The
we could
Khan
just be there.
family.
Yeah.
CCW down here. I could.
There's also ARW here in Orlando.
Are there
I'm
any
trying to think who else. There's a lot
Florida
of-
like ANCAP communes situations going on yet?
There is a Florida Free State project in the works. We're just deciding on a location right now.
Well, James
Just
decided on the
probably
location for us.
Well,
Intriguing
okay, but he
to
hasn't
me.
bought it yet.
No,
Yeah,
he
what
has.
happened?
He actually
bought the
bought
land,
it.
bro.
James,
Yeah, he
where are
already
you
bought
at?
it. Hendry. He went to
James
Hendry
Daniels?
County. Yeah,
Yeah.
he went that. He bought I think like 40 acres in Hendry County.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude.
I'm
dude
in
was-
Alaska and I am 22, and I have been working as a night auditor now for a while, but I'm getting bored. And there's a possibility that I might want to jump ship and head out of state because I want more people around me involved in the Libertarian Party.
You know,
I'm kind of trying stuff started here with the LP in Alaska, but if that is failing within the next like year or so,
How-
I'm going to be looking.
So you live there. What is the state of the LP in Alaska right now?
yeah, I gotta hear this one.
I'm curious.
I'm not super involved with the LP up in Anchorage. The way that everything is working right now, I'm in some group chats. I talked to some people. It seems healthy, you know. Surprisingly, everybody kind of not big. This is the biggest problem that they have. Is
Right.
that they need to. But as far as the eco city communicating back and forth, really healthy. Like I've talked to all of the people who are kind of in charge
everybody
at
gets
the
along?
LP. Everybody gets along for the most part. Like, you know, even when there were issues, like, okay, so like that always brings issues in because there's people
You cut
kind
out for
of
a second.
branding. Oh well,
New
there's
Hampshire?
people here who have issues with some of the New Hampshire stuff and the tweets. But other than that, I haven't really seen much actual, I guess, like.
See, I got
infighting.
pushback for that. I got pushback for that stuff too, like the Kentucky stuff when that was blowing up, the unvaccinated versus the vaccinated. I got some people at Polk County that were telling me that they were like, oh, you know, this is uncomfortable. Or when they said we should legalize child labor, whoever said that, was that New Hampshire?
think that was Kaufman.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So when they said that, they were like, "Oh, this isn't good." And I was like, "Look, man, like not everybody in the caucus agreed with that either. But at the same
Right.
time, that is the position. It should be."
I will
The
say,
record,
yeah.
like that's the defense that you use when these
Yeah,
people,
that
when
is
people
the
in my
position.
state bring that stuff
Yeah.
up.
I
That's
will
the
say,
defense, even if you don't like it. Like this is ultimately what like got eyes on a tweet. Like, and that's ultimately what
So-
within our.
I will say it was interesting. The what the child labor tweet did. My exposure to it didn't come from anyone in the LP. It came from a British friend of mine from the pro wrestling scene messaging it to me to be like, "This is your party, right?" And I don't know. It was just kind of a funny conversation because he kind of saw it as this is probably just kind of like you guys remember when Burger King. They did like this.
Oh yeah, women
insanely
belong in the kitchen.
I literally.
Yeah.
I literally.
That's what he saw it as. He
This is
thought it was the
hilarious.
exact same as that.
I literally
You
compared
remember when Burger King was based?
their tweet.
Yeah.
Compared their tweets about the about that stuff to Burger King and Wendy's. When I was replying to one of the SKLP, I was like, "This is literally what Burger King and Wendy's get," but it got eyes. That's what mattered. Ultimately, was that more people saw the name.
Exactly.
It got the attention of my friend from the Labor Party.
Thank you. Look,
Absolutely. Yeah.
we
well, there
went
you go.
we went to Sunfest, right? I have a list over here of 124 people that we met. The first day we met 0 people. 0, count them, because the first question we asked every time was, "Have you heard of the Libertarian Party?" 0 people the first day said yes. The second day, maybe 5 people. So you're talking about roughly 115, 120 people never heard of the Libertarian Party, much less like what they
There's a lot of
stand
people who
for
just
or
don't
anything
care.
like that. So when you do these controversial things, when you say like women belong in the kitchen or legalize child labor, yeah, you're gonna piss some people off who are paying attention. But most people have no idea who you are until you say those things like, "What is the Libertarian Party?" Oh, wait a minute, no regulation on businesses. Oh, that makes sense.
Shit.
Now,
I didn't know who Ron Paul was until the Giuliani moment because he was the one dude to say what everyone was thinking, but no one was fucking saying. Like, that's kind of what it comes down to, is sometimes you have to be the person to say what everyone's thinking, but no one wants to say.
Exactly.
Not everyone is
but
willing
even-
to tell people they're wrong.
Well, it's like this whole Florida Mises Caucus and the Utah Mises Caucus thing. Like, people are getting upset about it. Don't be
It is the
upset.
funny
We're
I've
just
seen
having
on
fun.
Twitter
I'm surprised-
in literally
Why
like
hasn't
a
New-
year and a half.
Why hasn't New Hampshire jumped in yet? I thought for sure that they would try and get in.
I don't get it. All of it. I
Like,
thought
I told them.
New Hampshire was going to come out hitting strong.
Oh, I even told my friend.
Did New Hampshire get in on it? Are they included? Is it a triple?
No,
threat
they're not
match?
included. They're not included
Okay.
because the ball started rolling before I
Oh,
could
we
have
can
reached
loop
out. But
them
I
in.
need
but
to
no,
grab
what I
later.
told was I
Yeah.
was talking to Eric Sawyer, my former co-host on the Revolution Report during the Hornberger days, who now runs the social medias for LPNH and I guess the Mises Caucus, and I told him that this was going to be happening. So I don't know. I mean, maybe he'll clap back or something. Maybe Kaufman will see something if he's still running it. Is he? I don't even know.
Dude, who the fuck is running the Mises Caucus Twitter right now?
Reed Coverdale? Or
No, because
Not
they're
Reed, not
paying
Reed, that's
attention,
Utah.
obviously, because Halavka just challenged Break Joshua to a wrestling match, and then Florida Mises Caucus retweets and said a wrestling match as based as Liberty Lockpod versus Reed Coverdale. Who comes out on top?
That might be Clint. Now that I
He's
think about it.
actually posting it.
That might be him. If
He's
Clint's
signing
watching, he
himself
should fucking
up.
call in.
Yeah, come on, man. Get in here.
Come on, Clint.
I have not been in a show with him yet, although I have met him twice.
I wish I could have met him under better circumstances.
When did you meet him?
when having to babysit a drunk bitch.
Oh Jesus.
Oh, that was Tom Wood.
fun. Yeah. But anyways, what was I gonna say? Yeah, no, the whole fucking
I
thing
just want
is
you to be
just
uncomfortable
hilarious.
right now.
What?
What? Yeah, no, man. That would be great. I want to see this wrestling match. I want to make sure it happens. Because I can only do very few things, and one of them is to go to the convention, and I want to wrestle some motherfuckers.
I mean,
That sounds awesome.
we know Kane
Covered
is a
in
wrestler.
oil. I will grease up and put the Speedo on and everything.
I am full. Yes,
Do the Michael
absolutely.
Nakazawa thing.
If you're gonna
I think he's-
sumo wrestle somebody and you're not gonna grease
Yeah,
up,
I'll
there's
put the
no
diaper
point.
on. Dude, if I'm going to sumo
Yeah.
someone, we're diapers on, bro. Diapers on.
I feel like if we make this sumo wrestling, it makes easier because you can just make a circle.
Only toddler size one. What the fuck?
I will
Yeah, but that's not how the Josh
buy
Rumble
a
works.
adult size file onesie.
Leighton, are you coming back down? When is the next time you're coming back down to Florida?
I don't know. I want to plan a vacation that's like go somewhere.
I
I probably would.
I
Plan it around
messaged
that.
James about this property. He hasn't fucking responded yet. Because if that's real, you could move there. Because I know.
I wanna know.
Like, okay, so here was the plan for the. Originally, the plan for the Florida Free State Project was somebody was going to buy a large piece of land and then like lease it out or whatever to whoever wanted to come. And so if he got 40 acres, like, 5, it shouldn't be that expensive. And Brandy has a lot of cool, we could all partake.
We're really looking to go all Jonestown real fast here, aren't we?
Exactly.
Jamestown.
I in the state of Alaska, a couple things that I know how to do that would come in handy in a situation where we were like actually trying to build, which would be very
I thought you were going to
interesting.
talk about Kool-Aid.
to use.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be another Jonestown conference.
Like, in Alaska, I know how to make cyanide-laced Kool-Aid. That's easy.
Yeah, we have a bunch of cults up here. Every now and then you just go on Craigslist and you see some cult that needs someone to show up with cyanide-laced Kool-Aid to, be the one to deliver them to their comment.
You gotta
You drink Hawaiian punch
some
in Alaska?
every
The
once in a
exact opposite? You have Minute Maid or Hawaiian Punch in your fridge. Which one?
Gee,
Confess.
it's gonna be the last
Actually-
drink before we go see the God Lord, and that's what you're gonna give us?
I have lemonade that I made for the use only force in my fridge, and I made it
Lemonade for
myself.
cocktail. Yeah, she wants to know what brand. She's sitting on my floor yelling at me right now.
I made
What
it
do you want?
myself.
You made it yourself? You squished the lemons and added salt?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I like mix.
Well, you're in Alaska. That's all there is to do. All you do is drink.
There's a Crips in Alaska?
Yes.
A Crips?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Mountain
group
View.
of Crips?
Exist in Alaska?
Yeah, they exist in Alaska.
Mountain
Oh my
View.
God.
Yeah,
I
Google
always love
Mountain View,
telling this to
Alaska.
people.
Mountain View is this neighborhood in Anchorage that's like, it resembles greatly your neighborhood think of as being kind of low-income gang-related neighborhoods. That's what it's become. So hood, that's what it is.
I just remember
I used to
hearing
live-
that. I'm just like, what the fuck do the Crips up there fight about? Who do they fight? The
My
fucking
grandma-
wolves? Like, what other gangs are there?
My grandmother used to have, my grandma used to have an apartment in that neighborhood, and I used to live there when I was. It's no fun.
Honestly,
Bullet
I just-
holes in windows and
I'd
shit.
imagine. I would imagine that
Hey,
would
hey.
be very fun.
Mitch, we were talking in the chat last show about harp.
Harp?
What happened with
Hey,
What
Harp?
one is that? I've heard of harp. Is that like the
So-
mind
Oh, that's
control one? No, that's
the
MK
yeah.
Ultra.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
you're right.
It's hard.
The weather control.
rabbit hole and
Weather
a half.
control. Okay.
HARP is this
I've heard
like
about that.
weather control system that was implemented in Alaska that could be used not only for weather control but for manipulation.
Interesting.
And it's this huge rabbit hole. They're talking about like conspiracy stuff. There's also this Alaska that had a bunch of disappearances back in the day, to the point where they literally left the town or left where they were staying and just
Alaska in
and-
general seems like one of those places that just has a lot of really crazy ass stories you hear out there.
Hey Josh, I see you.
I can't hear him.
Josh is muted. Yeah, he's muted. Josh, you're muted.
Yeah, he's muted or
You're
something.
muted.
Hear him. Hold on, he's touching
But-
his camera.
No, there's
Oh,
some
he's gone.
crazy ass shit up. Like, cause I don't know. I've just heard so much crazy folklore.
America.
People going missing. Two
hold on.
what are they? Two
He's
senators
back.
or
He's back.
congressmen? Who's
How about
back?
now?
Yep, you're
Now.
good. You're good.
No,
Now.
Mitch, you're breaking into something. So yes, we had a senator.
Alright, this
This
is
is
funny.
this is a whole
See, this is why I don't come on these streets
I
doing
can't
acid.
find
guy who's relations for the first oil companies and native land here in Alaska.
Everything's in
disappeared
half.
Didn't
on
their
a
plane
flight.
just disappear?
Yes,
Roll,
there's
roll.
a great
Okay, I'm gonna.
Spotify
Let me
series that
reload
you
the
would
whole
probably
browser.
love.
Josh, we can hear you. Can you hear us? Sorry, 1 second. Josh, wait. Okay, never mind.
He did.
There's a great Spotify series called Missing in Alaska that just anybody who's interested in my state check out. It is like, if you're a libertarian, great rabbit hole, because it is government involved and it is insanity. It's basically their plane disappeared. Of the guy went on to do some really interesting things that might lead you to some conclusions, but I don't want to give too much away.
Wait, I'm trying to find something else right now that's completely unrelated. Where did the Jim Jones suicide happen?
I think it was Guyana.
Oh shit!
Guyana?
Yes,
Guyana?
yes.
So our neighbors from there.
Yeah, our neighbor's from there. That's why I was trying to look it up. He like, I guess my wife asked him where he was from, and he said, "Oh, you know where Jim Jones happened? Same place." Like that's what they're famous for. Oh yeah, there it is, right there, Guyana. Okay.
Heaven's Gate website, or isn't there some kind of website? Or no,
What?
Heaven's
Yeah,
Gate.
Heaven's Gate's different, although Heaven's Gate is kind of still active. There's still two people
It
who are left
is.
behind.
Hold up.
You didn't know that?
sent
Heaven's
it
Gate,
to
yeah.
that website 3
You can
years
email
ago,
them, dude.
and
They'll email. They'll email back.
I got a response.
Yeah,
3
you wanna know
years
why there
ago.
is? Because okay, so I have a funny theory about this, although based on truth. So basically, there were two people who were left behind
Maybe.
to handle the church itself and to carry the thing onto the future. And I guess now in their next life, they're eventually going to have another opportunity to get on the comet and all that shit. But
Comment.
But yeah, get on the comet. But basically, here's my theory. All right, we need someone to stay behind. I'm kind of getting cold. I'll do it. I'll do it. Okay, well here you get to have the rights to the whole church, and here's our bank account. Oh my God, that many zeros?
Yeah, and it has.
Like, no, guys, go on, please go drink the punch. Jesus Christ, that much money.
Transcript of videotape 1. What is this? What is fucking Heaven's Gate? Hold on, because wife
You
was
don't
distracted.
Remember Heaven's Gate?
She said it was.
You don't remember?
She said that.
Planet Earth will be recycled.
Oh my God! What?
I wish.
Hold on.
You don't
We're
remember
gonna
that?
need a big recycling bin.
I mean, I'm just
we got a
quoting the
huge one.
I'm just
We're good, man.
I'm
We're
just
gonna need
quoting
another
the old
fucking
weird dude.
meteor.
Honestly, Heaven's Gate
How
was a lot
and
weirder
when
than
Heaven's
Jonestown.
Gate will be entered.
Uh-oh.
Heaven's Gate was a lot weirder than Jonestown, in my opinion, just in their beliefs.
Oh my God! Why are these so long?
This is
Band.tv link.
Band.tv.
All right, Heaven's
So if
Gate.
you had to join like one of these doomsday cults, which one would you join? Out of all the ones that we know about, like the
What
you know,
did Chaz just send me?
Chaz just sent you something.
Yeah.
This is like the website is so shitty. I can't read it.
Yeah, because it was made back in the day, and the people who run it, I'm pretty sure, don't invest anything because they're getting free money from a dead guy who fucking is supposedly on a comet.
Yep. Fault. I'm gonna send.
If you ain't getting that comment money, are you really trying though?
Hey, that
Alright,
comet
let's
money
see.
would be good.
So I'm gonna drop this for you. I just got this page sent to me by Chaz.
Where is it?
Yeah, I just dropped it in the dank memes in our
Oh
Discord.
my god, it went.
Young
to
Americans for Liberty? Oh, Young
No.
Young
Americans.
Americans for
Against
socialism.
socialism.
Hello.
Even better, they said, "Communists, go home. We don't want you here." Just like
I agree
you
with
wanted.
that. Yeah,
Mitch,
yeah,
You
I'm
got
all
what
for
you
that.
wanted. Somebody stood up and said, "Socialists,
Communists out.
They're
gotta
already
go home.
verified.
Communists out.
Can
Communists
They're
out.
already
I'm very
the
adamant
best-
about that.
Can I give the best argument for ANCAP ideology or theory out there? It is that I've never met somebody who grows better weed than ANCAPs. Therefore, that is the ideology you should follow. This is literally an argument while we were at Tom Woods 2000.
They already
I do
know.
grow some.
hmm
We do
What
grow
is it
some
we are
dope
supposed to be told now?
She wants to tell you that I'm building a chicken coop tomorrow. We already know that. Intensely.
He's excited to build this chicken coop. We're all
I'm
well
fucking
aware.
excited, man. I'm
This is
He's
some
cocky.
Tim Pool level shit.
fucking ready.
Tim's
I'm
gone
fucking
He's
ready.
full
cocked
Tim.
to build this chicken coop.
No, but Tim Pool has millions of dollars and I do not. So his is
Have you
probably
seen
way
his
better
coop?
than mine.
Have you guys?
Hey.
No. Have you guys seen his Chicken City?
No, I haven't.
He's
seen
dubbed it Chicken
It's-
City, dude.
Yeah.
It's honestly
It's
pretty
insane.
It's pretty fucking cool. It is.
I will say
Although that one
everybody
chicken
here in
Dorothy, I love
Alaska-
her.
Everybody in Alaska builds their coops out of pallet wood, and it is extremely cheap, and it actually ends up looking decent. You can do a ton of cool stuff. So I always make those
I
suggestions.
got-
In these trying times, lumber costs quite literally your left
Oh,
nut.
I know. I bought it. I know.
I want to
No,
build a pallet wood trailer and take it wherever
A
I move
pallet
to
wood
over
trailer?
this next. Absolutely, like a full-blown camper, like real. Like get a metal frame, like done for like use for a tiny house, and then build the wood on the outside out of because you can stain the stuff and make it look real cool.
I'm trying to accept now. I will give you the tour.
The other guy's looking like a spread eagle right now. What are you doing?
Who's Spread Eagle?
No.
Josh is gonna make me roll another joint.
Going like this. Spread
Oh,
eagle.
that's Josh.
Yeah, I'm kind of tempted here too.
Don't signal that to me. mean,
I got the
spread
Benjamin
eagle.
What if-
Franklin rolling
I'm
tray.
ca-
It's Benjamin
my
Franklin
rolling
smoking
trace
a joint.
galaxy.
Cause
Hey,
outer
I got-
space.
Wait 1 second.
My bong's almost 10 years old though. That's my baby over here.
Your bong is 10 years old?
Almost.
Also 10 years
Oh,
old.
boy.
It's getting there.
Getting there.
I know.
feel like-
it's been around.
Didn't hear that.
They
Is it
might
also
have.
2 days to retirement?
I'm gonna make an admission. I've had numerous pieces in my life. I've only had 2 break on me.
Really?
Everything else has been
Then put
confiscated.
your sticky stuff on.
I broke one.
And then broken
was
later
actually
on,
mine.
most likely.
Most likely.
No, I need one of those anonymous masks.
Gloucester Township Police Department didn't like me.
Is that what you're building, Tim?
Yeah, you see that fucking thing?
Yeah, that is awesome.
It's fucking
Damn,
boss.
you gave yourself a
Have you
lot of
seen-
beard in that fucking picture.
That's not me. Why do everyone think that's me? That's, that just
It's a
sounds
dude
Male.
standing next. Well,
Reed's a short
Who's-
ass bitch. I'm disappointed.
Oh,
Fonzie,
Brandy's
you got
disappointed
your
in
head
Reed's
out.
height.
It's every-
When I met Reed, it was such
You
a
expected
passing
Reed to be
glance, and the 1,000-mile stare is 100% real.
You see this? Look at this. Look at this fucking. Look at this
Look at
thing.
Detail.
Look at this. Yeah.
That was hand carved by mouse.
Tim, have you
What?
seen
Say
that?
My niece.
Have you seen that UFO chicken coop?
Yes, I have. Yep.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
No, I've learned they're looking at
I'm just
Speak
gonna
up,
say
people
when
are
it comes
listening.
I'm
to
not talking to them. I'm just saying I've learned through
celebritarians,
instructions
you haven't
through Call of
like
Duty.
lived libertarian life till you've
So show
watched
them your
Scott
exploded
Horton
views, Tim.
debate with himself
That sounds
over
so
what
naughty.
snacks he's gonna get high as fuck at like 2:30.
This is
I've
my
seen
favorite.
that.
This is
It's
my
like a
favorite
little
one.
Chicken, like, fucking,
Oh my god.
That's a chicken coop.
Yeah, dude.
Excelsior!
It's awesome, dude.
What are they
That's my
These
favorite.
chickens are gonna live better than I will.
That's my favorite.
Okay, but this
Is there gonna be like chicken like hookers and shit too?
Probably.
Is it a chicken brothel?
So if two roosters get into a fight, do they have like a Mexican standoff outside of some sort? Like,
No, it's
Just
just
a
a
chicken
cockfight.
Mustang Ranch.
but like the Mexican, like the draw of
Yeah.
fucking chicken fights.
Big Iron plays
That's
in the
racist.
background.
Red Chicken Redemption.
Very bad search. How do you make chickens drunk?
This is actually.
Oh, I'm staying off Twitter for the rest of the night.
What, Brandy?
How do you get chickens drunk?
How do you get chickens drunk? How?
On whiskey.
On whiskey? This is not a joke. This is real.
Oh my god.
Hold on. Most humane way to kill a chicken.
Nope, wrong.
No.
Nope.
Is this the one? Hold on, there's look for.
Okay, I know, I still have your stream on your phone. Great.
I understand. I wish to proceed.
I understand this is inhumane.
I understand this isn't humane.
Is this the one you were telling us?
Hold on, I'm trying to find it. Yeah, I'm trying to find that one that I was telling you about.
Why?
Because why not? It's a trash show. We do whatever we want.
No, I mean, why
I think
give?
this is it.
No, I
I think.
understand why
Oh, look
we're
at it!
watching
Go!
this.
Hiya! Kill that chicken.
Hey, dinner!
No,
What, Brandy? What?
I think it was a Final Fantasy game.
Mhm.
There was these
I thought he was gonna get the chickens drunk.
different variables to swing
Fuck
in.
your chickens,
Just keep
bro.
swinging. You, like jump in between them.
Mhm.
So you make the chickens. You
Ain't no drunk chickens here. They die in a man's death.
Right? So
Even
gotta
though
go
they're
through
not
blades. There's
roosters,
like
they're
10
chickens.
blades just swinging. Right?
Wait, what?
No, they're in the game. There was like a video game.
Yeah,
I thought it was
video
Final
game.
Fantasy.
Uh huh.
It was like a PlayStation 2 game. You
Okay.
had to like run through like 5 different blades, and they were just swinging.
So you just want to push the chickens through swinging blades and.
No, I'm not gonna push them. There's food on their side. They're gonna do it themselves because they're hungry as fuck. So they're gonna just go. Oh, I forgot it with the dumb chickens. They're gonna decapitate themselves, so we don't have to do it. They kill themselves, right?
Do you hear this?
I'm listening to all of it. I'm enthralled right now.
They're enthralled. Yeah.
We don't have to do it. They do it themselves. What if we starve them for like a day? There's 2 on their side, and there's like 5 axes swinging at different times. There's no way they can get through it, and they just fucking kill themselves. You know, and we just go out there one day. There's 5 dead chickens. Guess what? Dinner.
All right, we're gonna watch this redheaded bitch kill a chicken.
Okay, I had a way better idea. Fine, let's watch a woman with tits.
This is the most
Here we go.
humane way. This is the most humane way to kill a chicken, as far as she's concerned.
Oh no, is this?
No way to me.
Most humane, she
Oh, yeah.
says.
What the fuck?
It's rebar.
She's standing. Yeah, it is
She's in some
rebar.
sandals, nonetheless.
What the fuck?
And
And
that's it.
that's it.
So
She
it's gonna
says
flap for a minute.
it's fucking dead.
you broke its neck.
Yeah, she said it's dead.
It's still fucking moving, bro.
And that's it, guys. So he is gone.
That is the most humane way to kill a chicken, she says.
This kind of people.
This flapping.
Look at the red hair. Robert.
Oh, Hector's here. And Leighton's back, sorry.
Hey.
I'll be
I
right
could
back.
shoot that chicken with a 12 gauge and it would be more humane. Whatever the fuck I just joined back into.
Exactly my point, this bitch.
What the fuck was that?
A guillotine would be more humane. Because it'd
Dude,
be like,
you could
Done.
you could box that chicken and it would be more humane than what
you
that
could
woman
box
just did.
that chicken.
I just deep fried
Fucking
alive.
white
at that
women
point.
must be
Fuck.
stopped.
Boom!
This is it.
God damn it.
Yeah, Benny's focused on her meaty arm.
Look
If you
at
haven't
that-
noticed.
From that picture, look at that.
Oh Jesus Christ! She's got my
Yo,
arm.
yeah,
She's got the flap.
She's got Leighton's arm.
it's Trogdor's mom.
She's got
Oh, Lord.
Look at that picture. Look at her.
she's got a wiener
Does
the
it,
size
does it
of your
wobble?
dick.
Let's see. See if it wobbles.
Sandra the bird.
Oh, look at it go! Look at it go!
Look at that beefy, like.
It's a weenus the size of your dick.
Flap, flap. Here it comes. Ready? Yeah, we heard it pop. It's about to flap. Flap, 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 flap. She's gonna fly away, boys.
And it'll go on for just a moment. So I'm not going to show you the butchering process in this video.
I don't want to see you do the butchering process. What do? Just go at it with a cleaver? I mean, what the fuck?
Fuck it at that point. Turn down for
Yeah.
what?
Chainsaw,
She
man.
just runs over it.
Chainsaw.
This is
Just
the
like-
butchering process. I just back over it with my SUV Waukesha style.
Timely joke.
Boom.
No, but the grapefruit spoons with the serrated.
Oh,
edges.
the melon baller.
And maybe
Melanin baller?
Yeah. You know, like the spoon. You know where melon ballers? Oh, melon baller.
A melanin baller. What is that? Is that just a black
No,
or white guy that thinks he's really cool?
Yes.
What is the
That would
term
be a
in
no
question?
melanin baller.
Melanin baller?
That's Michael Jordan.
Never heard that.
Mitch just missed the best joke that I've told in like a year.
All right. He doesn't have to be here. I thought he had teeth. The melon baller doesn't have teeth.
Look up a grapefruit spoon.
A grapefruit spoon?
I don't think I've ever owned a melon baller. I think I just always used
No,
a
I don't-
spoon.
Yeah, melon ballers don't have
There's a
teeth.
name for it, that's all I know.
I mean, you might find some that are built that have like little, like, sort of like
Fuck, I can't type.
serrated edge, but like, I wouldn't call that.
Grapefruit spoon.
Oh, this one
Maybe.
has teeth.
Yeah. Look at that. You can put that in your ass.
You want that in your ass? Oh, wait, why is it
Jesus.
not loading? Wait, is
Oh,
it?
I used to have one of these things.
For
I
your
never
ass.
used it. It just kind of hung out in the fucking like drawer, and then you
Hold
never
on,
touched
I got
it.
it wrong.
Pull
This
up a
one.
big image.
This one here. That's what I was looking at. The one with teeth.
That would hurt in your ass.
That would hurt.
That looks like that would hurt.
And
That
my
looks
ass is
uncomfortable.
big, and I would feel that. That's like that's
Yeah, it looks like.
that's gonna be awkward.
Are those ridges?
It's ribbed for your pleasure, Mitch.
Ridge for your pleasure. Hector, are you here?
Not sponsored by Ridge Wallet.
Hector, if you're here, I can't hear you.
Not sponsored,
Or see you.
Ribbed wallet, right?
Either or.
Ribbed
Make sure you. Oh, please check your settings cogwheel to make sure that your device is set up properly.
Please check, make sure you don't have the ribbed
Is my
spoon.
audio like fucked or anything, or is
Hey,
it
hey,
good?
Josh.
Nah,
It
you're
just
good, man.
occurred to
You
me.
sound great.
Josh, it just occurred to me. There's an awful lot of Smiths in the LP as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
Yeah,
should
there
fight
is-
it out
dude.
first.
Get rid of them.
except for
It should be like a
Josh's.
gauntlet match.
I
to
guess
get
there's
to
some
me.
good ones.
You have to fight all the other Joshes and all the other Smiths, and then if you somehow survive that, you get to fight the last Josh.
The final.
If you beat
Who-
me, then
who
you
is
get to
the
keep
last
your name.
guy?
If you don't, then you get to go be like Steve or Ted or Mike or something. I don't give a fuck. That ain't my problem at that point.
You just have to change your name. If you lose, you have to change your name. Legally.
Yeah, that's it.
To
That's
like
it. I'll be,
Sarah.
I'll be like,
Regardless
Charles
of whether
or
or not
something.
you're a man or a woman. So you're just gonna have a bunch of Joshes that are named Sarah now.
And then next year it's a Sarah war.
yeah, sounds like a bitch problem to me.
This seems like a good idea. We change your name to Sarah, then exclaim, white women must be stopped, and exclude them.
Once he's Sarah, we can just tell him get back in the kitchen. Your opinion is irrelevant.
What? How is there a blizzard warning in Hawaii right now?
Jesus
Hawaii
Christ.
gets snow, bro.
So if I
We're
was
the only
going to be a
state that doesn't
leftist,
get
I would
snow.
say, if I was a leftist, I would say climate change.
You can. What?
What?
So-
Why?
You said why there's snow. I was going to say if I was a leftist, I would say climate
Yeah.
change.
Yeah.
Here's a message on climate change from Alaskan perspective. There's a lake pretty close to where I live. When my dad lived here when he was a kid, used to freeze solid, right? Now it doesn't. Ever. The thing is totally unfrozen year round. The problem with this is that, yeah, the climate's changing. I live in a state where you can literally see it in a 5-year period. You can watch the climate change. Who gives a fuck? Like, if it changes,
That's good for
it
you,
changes.
yeah.
Where
Yeah.
I'm at, like, it okay. Like, I mean, if I go up the road here 3 miles, you can walk into cabins that have been sitting there since the 1920s. They're frozen in time in the middle of nowhere. Like, they're still standing there. The climate hasn't changed enough that those buildings weren't standing. So who gives a shit? Like, live.
Y'all are gonna get to enjoy Florida weather eventually. Why are you complaining?
Dude, that would be so fucking amazing.
Everybody's like, when climate change comes, Florida's gonna be underwater. I'm like, no. When Florida's underwater, we're gonna have Sea Nation 2.0.
I feel like our quads would become useless though. And what am I gonna do with a snow machine if there's no fucking snow?
You convert it into a jet ski? Duh.
I looked at the clock and it was like,
I've never seen that done, but that sounds fun.
Oh, we'll get into some Home Depot Chad shit.
If you look up where I live, which is Seward, it's really kind of goofy town location-wise. When people look on it on the map, it's really cool location. Because I'm right on the water. Like, everybody talks about having beachfront property. The entire city is beachfront property.
Oh yeah, I'm seeing a picture of it now. Holy fuck, y'all are legitimately beachfront property. There is not anywhere that is.
We are one of the largest cruise ship ports in the state of Alaska. And we're named after the motherfucker who bought the state.
Hector.
Nope, still no.
No. Still a no.
Still a
There's
no.
luck, sadly.
Hector.
Press F. F for Hector.
F for Hector.
F.
Let me see if let me try it this way. We'll try to get him in on like some third party bullshit. What, Brandy? What? There's that. Share screen and no, not entire screen.
God, no.
I can't do it that way. I was gonna try to like share screen and have him on, but that didn't work either.
Damn.
You gotta fix your shit, Hector.
It's the fucking
What are you
feds,
using?
man.
It is the feds for sure.
Hey boys.
Damn NSA.
They took
has
my
been a-
wrestling. They took my wrestling proposal seriously. They're after us.
I don't know why. So, what have I missed in the last 2 or 3 weeks that I need to know about?
Homeless people. All the homeless people in the parks. All of them. They're everywhere,
I
damn
saw
it.
that.
Libertarians
I saw
hate
that.
homeless
Somebody
bums
said
in
sick
parks.
the police on homeless people. What
Fuck,
happened
man.
with
I
that?
don't know how the fuck I'm supposed to talk about this shit. My point of view on this is actually like kind of my opinion on it was the opposite of Dave's, like in the sense of like I understand Rothbard's argument like from a standpoint of writing, but when you implement something like that, it doesn't work that way. At least not from any experience I've seen.
So tell me what the argument is on both sides, and then I'll tell you. What?
Mitch,
Come on, Mitch. You want to speak. I see you. What is it?
You look like you want to talk.
It's one of those things where I've kind of been avoiding this argument for the past week, but I've been watching it go on in front of me, and I'm just kind of like, for fuck's sake.
So what is the argument on both sides?
So basically, Dave Smith, I guess, jumped in on this conversation that Tho Bishop was having, and Dave's point is the very controversial point of if the cops are going to do anything, then why not at least just go after the guy jerking off and doing drugs in the park? Because can you at least do the bare minimum of what you say you're supposed to do? Okay. Because that's just kind of the vibe I've gotten.
Can I just say one thing? He blocked Jack Lloyd on Twitter, and I know that Jack Lloyd was losing his shit a bit on some of the stuff. But here's the thing, man.
I mean, Jack gets very fucking. Jack's my buddy. Like, he's a good friend of mine.
Oh no, absolutely.
He gets so fucking passionate, like that. At times, I can see how it can drive someone nuts. But I'm just.
It just seemed to cause more trouble than it was worth. Like, that was my argument. Like, kind of Mitch's argument, where like I don't want to get involved in it. It's not an argument I want to have. We're nowhere near anything that looks like that.
This is my big criticism. If Dave wants to run for president, look at what Spike Cohen's social media game is right now.
Hold up.
Compared to that.
Hold up.
This is what I'm talking about.
Like, just being real. Like,
Spike is on Facebook and Twitter dropping bombs, and we're bickering about fucking homeless people in parks. Like, what the fuck are we doing?
And no, I'm not gonna lie that the homeless thing is an issue and everything. But
absolutely.
It's something to definitely be talked about. Especially in places like California, where literally you have it where a homeless dude can take a shit on the sidewalk outside your house, and no one will do it.
I'm down with having a healthy debate about it. I just don't think it needs to be done on Twitter.
You're in, dude. You're in.
I think that could have been handled a little more tactfully.
Oh no! And people strawmanned the fuck out of Dave.
Yes.
Like, that's what I have to say. Like, people were strawmanning the shit out of him, and I don't even necessarily agree with Dave in this instance.
Whoa. Dave was strawmanning the whole thing himself. So,
in a way,
it was a shit take.
To me, it was a bad take, and because to me, it's what I look at is what you can actually do today, and to me,
Jack
like,
really make a video?
Yeah, he did.
Jack got so butthurt over this.
I understand how he got butthurt over it, though. To be honest. To play devil's advocate here.
She said, "Is this a libertarian?" I said, "Yes." She said, "He shouldn't be."
Who?
Jack Lloyd. Because his head looks like an egg or something.
You're building a chicken farm. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm going to his wedding later this month.
Nice.
He's a good guy.
I'm happy for him. Congratulations on getting married.
I love Jack the guy. I've met him multiple times now, and he is awesome.
He's married that Asian chick we saw.
He's also very smart, I might add.
Yeah, that doesn't count. She doesn't count because she's Asian.
He's one of two lawyers I have. One of
I
which
didn't
is
even
not
know he was a lawyer.
Let's see what his video says. If you want me to pause the video at any time, just yell pause.
Throw up some gang signs.
Here we go.
Hey, what's up, everyone? So,
Foe's driving. Hold up, pause. Foe's driving.
Of course she is.
Immediately. Wait. Isn't this in danger of a crash?
Asian and a woman.
Somebody had to make that joke. Somebody had to make that joke.
Driving.
It's okay, the woman made it.
Wow.
So we're all in.
We just went back in time 50 years.
Hey, we can't say white women stop. So
thank you, Brandy, for taking the heat for us.
That's why he's wearing a seatbelt. Exactly. All right. Are you ready?
Yeah, just go.
Here we go. All right.
Seeing Twitter discussion that was being had by me and a few other people, including Dave Smith, about the nature of commons and what should be done when there's homeless people in a public park and they might be a nuisance. Maybe some are doing drugs or just whatever, being bums, as they would say. But the core issue there is, okay, what's the solution to dealing with unwanted persons in these public, quote unquote spaces? And I think the core issue you have to think about here is that the nature
She just ran over someone.
of
Yeah.
public property is a farce, right? Obviously, you can't have the exact same rights and use access as
Okay,
something
pause.
else.
Okay, I kind of have an idea where he's about to go here, just based on the way he's opening
So then
this
let
up.
him go.
Let me finish.
Say it. Yeah.
Fucking, he's gonna bring up how private parks are better than public parks, but the problem is, we have what we have. Yeah, having it be private would be nice and all, but so would a lot of things. So would no taxes. Sorry, go on.
Continue. All right,
Continue.
here we go.
Yes, continue.
Where their uses can compete with your own. So you can't use it the way that you want, in the same way that someone else, wants to use it the same. It's going to be scarce. You're going to have conflict over those physical spaces. So with that in mind, some people try to say, well, because there's conflict over it and the government's running it's taxpayer funded, maybe the police should be the ones who remove these unwanted persons so they can keep it beautified and looking nice. And while that seems like a nice solution at the forefront, we're like, oh yeah, I want to be able to use this because, my tax buddy went to this and I want to actually use something the government's over me, right? The reality is that actually...
For one, I'm hearing kind of an echo there, as though I can hear someone's speaker too.
Oh, it might be my head because I'm
Yeah.
turning this so that Brandy can hear.
Gotcha.
I don't.
But
I don't like them. Do your thing.
But goddamn, we're just all roasting here.
Look at those eyes.
He looks like he's gonna cry.
Look at.
Is he about to cry about this?
the argument that he's making doesn't really add up with. I mean, he's kind of, I hate to say it, he's kind of straw manning because what I'm hearing isn't the argument that I'm hearing from the other side.
Okay.
He's just making the assertion of several things. I mean,
It better be a ham sandwich, boy.
all right, go on.
Use something the government's over me, right? The reality is that it actually is harmful for the long term because it allows the government to use those types of projects to promote their takings in the first place. They literally are going to take the parks and the roads and whatever playgrounds and this or that, or the events they hold, and they're going to say, look, see, we're great, we care about you, we provide you with things that you need and make it really fun for you and your kids to hang out. See, without us you'd have chaos and disorder. And the reason the government's able to do that, of course, is because they are able to set rules, like as if they are the private property owner, and limit how people use it, what ties people can be there, and the like. So they create an artificial form of private property where the government's actually controlling the rules for the park or amusement, whatever it is, and then is telling people this lie that, oh, you own this, you get to be a part of this, you're a part owner, and you're a public property owner. But it's a lie. You're just a peasant. You are forced to pay taxes whether you have the time to use the park or not, whether you have kids or not to bring to the park, and basically they are going to use it, that is, those in the government are going to use it to promote themselves, right? They're like, oh, look at how great we are, we are so wonderful and benevolent, aren't you just so thankful? Without us you wouldn't have this beautiful park or this playground set or whatever.
Okay, pause.
So at the end,
What the fuck is he even going on about? Where's the debate?
This is not good.
The way he's talking, it's just like if you were talking to someone who is trying to advocate for something, maybe he's
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that. What?
Who just fondled their mic?
Yeah, just say that again.
Sorry about
What
that.
was it?
Anyway, if you were arguing with someone who's arguing as to why public parks and the state and all that are important, this argument would make sense. But you're not arguing with someone who's saying that. Like Dave and these other guys, I'm pretty sure if you were to ask them, would you take the opportunity to privatize every public park tomorrow?
Absolutely.
I'm pretty sure they would all say
100%. Yeah, because they'd push the button. That's the age-old question. Like, would you push the button? Would you make
It's
everything
like-
private tomorrow? Yes.
It just doesn't apply with the people that you're dealing with.
So this is what I was kind of getting to earlier when I said the real world. When I look at what we're dealing with right now, the majority of states that I see don't have a bad enough problem with homelessness that this is something that's in their everyday discussion.
California,
if you understand
maybe.
what I'm saying. Right. Well, that's what I'm saying.
That's
so, like,
the
if you're in
exception.
California, New York, you're in Chicago, you're in Portland, that might be your concern. But if you're in the majority of the states in the United States, I don't think that's your concern. Like,
Well,
right?
That's my great concern, and I keep on going back and forth on this. Is like, did Dave kind of shoot himself in the foot a little bit by doing this?
This is what I'm saying. I think he should have just let this dog lie. Like, this isn't an issue we should have been getting involved in. So is look at So's Twitter. It's a fucking joke.
I will.
All right? Like, I think it's a fucking joke. Like, that's just my opinion on the situation. Like, the guy seems to be... it's not something I'm interested in getting involved in. My point of view is if Dave wants to, like, debate people and do that, that's great. But this wasn't something we should have been getting involved in. And like, now we have to deal with it, which is a whole nother story. Because you've got to deal with, like, people... You know, if you're from an LP perspective, you're trying to get people to come into the caucus and get involved with everything we're doing. That makes it more difficult because I end up having to talk to people and explain tweets.
Oh man, yeah, no, I just the whole thing just looked like a headache, and it was one of those situations where all I could think was like, if I wanted to divide libertarians on something trivial, this would be the perfect thing to use.
Yeah. Read Coverdale's Twitter timeline during that whole thing was the best thing that existed on Twitter at that time, bar none.
You in a squad?
I wasn't even paying attention.
It was great.
As soon as I saw the stuff going on with Jack and the way he was kind of going off too, and I was just like, dude, like, what the hell? Like, this is just, I don't feel it. You know what I mean? Like,
I made like one tweet about it, and then everything else was just retweets of stuff that I thought was funny, because it's just not a debate I want to have. Like,
I mean, there were some funny memes that came out of it. I'll give him that.
Absolutely.
Like, everyone.
So is this gonna? Is this conversation? I still don't understand what the two arguments are. Obviously, privatized parks. Okay. Beyond that, what is the discussion? Does this video sound like it's going to get in that direction? Yeah.
So, Tim, the logic that you're saying right now, just surmising of the conversation, is, in my opinion, the correct viewpoint. And so the problem here is you're having the reaction, in my opinion, of what somebody who's
You're not going to offend me. Don't say in your opinion. What?
Right.
Tell
okay,
me, speak.
So I think that the argument of we should unleash cops on homeless people that are in parks doing X things is stupid. That to me is an unlibertarian stance, and you shouldn't fucking have it. Now, people want to debate
what
that.
Dave is saying, or
in a way, I won't say that's directly what he's necessarily saying. What I'll say is that from an outside layman's perspective, that's what he's saying. And that's a problem. Okay, because I don't think it looks good from people from an outside perspective. And I love Dave. I've been following that guy.
What is Dave actually saying? That if this is your community, you have the right to enforce whatever rules?
From what I understand, and I am not claiming to be an expert on Rothbard, but Rothbard had said some things in his later works about if the police were to be utilized in a tax-paying system, they would be utilized against the homeless in the park in the sense that we're talking about, because if they're going to be doing something, it should be something that's cleaning up something that's actually worthwhile.
Well, exactly. That's what the argument was that I was saying earlier. It's like, if we're going to be paying for you, then can you at least do the bare fucking minimum of what we're told you're supposed to be doing?
So,
that's
in a
from what I understand
sense. In a theoretical sense, let's say I own my neighborhood, and I don't want fucking homeless people in my neighborhood. Should I be able to pay a private security force to make sure that the homeless?
I believe so. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
that's the thing.
So you agree,
right? But that's not in the context from an outside perspective. That's not what he's saying, right? Now he'd never, and I might be wrong in some of the tweets. I mean, I followed things as close as I could. I didn't see him say that he was talking about private police. It seemed as though he was talking about the concept of The police
Where
we
did this
have
thread-
now,
I'm gonna find this thread.
uh,
Yeah, go ahead.
the police we have now, how should they be reacting today? And so in that case, when you're talking about, from an outside perspective, saying that you should take those cops and allow them to remove homeless people instead of doing these other things, I think becomes an issue because, like, do we really think that the homeless issue is the number one issue facing America right now that police
Absolutely
could
not.
deal with?
I don't think
Like,
that. I
so
don't
even
even
from
think
that
Dave would say
perspective, I
that
think
because he said 100 times like the number one issue right now is COVID because it infringes on so many other things.
Right. Like
So-
if Dave had come out and said, I want all the police to stop what they're doing and focus on stopping the CDC and the government from implementing lockdowns, and we're going to weaponize the police against them, that would be a different story. But to me, like what he said, it leaned more towards if the police are doing anything right now, they need to be addressing the homeless issue. And from an outside perspective, I think that looks horrible. And so I think it becomes kind of awkward
So
to
is
deal
this
with.
the situation in question? So though Bishop tweets, take back the American architecture, get rid of the bums. Again, unleash the cops to clear the streets of bums and vagrants.
Right.
Where
so
will they go? Who
so
cares?
the unleash
Hopefully
the
they will
cops part,
disappear.
the unleash the cops part is more towards what
That's
Rothbard had wrote.
Okay, that's Tho's tweet, right?
Right.
Unleash the cops. And then Dave responds with a quote tweet that says, Tho triggered a lot of people with this one, and I think it was intentional, but it does raise an interesting point, which is highlighted. Reject Rothbard's position if you'd like, but what exactly is the solution? Oh, reject Rothbard's position if you'd like, but what exactly is the solution that other libertarians are offering? And Jack Lloyd responds, subsidize area for homeless people. Bruh. If it's a public property, then government is fostering an illusion that it can maintain a commons. Privatization is the ethical solution. State force against people who hurt no other discrete human is not.
So
Okay.
Amen.
For
I'm
just a
I'm
second,
reading this over. Yeah.
if I'm
Go
to
ahead.
break these down in like, if we're to take these separately, right? What Dave is doing isn't necessarily incorrect from like a Rothbardian position or somebody like that, because they're into that side of things. My problem is that Jack is responding with a response that is based in similar kind of libertarian philosophy.
It's entirely in theory.
So, right,
entirely
this
in
is a
theory.
complete theory argument. Neither of them are coming from the real world. Tho isn't really even coming from the real world.
Well,
This is the
I'm even gonna say
problem to me.
at least them, they're coming from some bend from the real world. It
Well,
might not
I
be
don't
one
know.
that we
Okay,
find
so
good,
so
but-
this is my
Statistic right
argument
now.
though. I don't know, maybe you guys have a different view on it, but I don't think that the majority
you
of
know we're getting off
Americans
this.
or even the majority of libertarians are thinking about the homeless issue in the real world like this. I think they're dealing with much worse things. Like the fact that people are being told that they can't send their kids to schools, as much as we might
So-
like that in some extent.
So
But,
here's something I just thought of. So if Jack Lloyd's argument is public versus private, privatization is the ethical solution,
absolutely.
which would ultimately mean that people don't want homeless in their parks,
Right. Well, no, neither.
which is
both of
the
them-
public solution as well, because
So-
the public
Right.
property argument says what most people would want, and most people would not want homeless in their parks. So how are these two any different?
So I don't
The-
disagree with you there. I
The
think
conversation had nothing to do with public versus private. He's
Right.
just bringing that into the
yeah,
conversation.
and you're not wrong at all. He is. He's the one that's bringing that up as a response to Dave and so and like so. I think Jack's response, and I don't mean to say this is and be an ass, but I think that it doesn't matter in this context. I think the other responses, there were more responses to Dave that I thought were more pointed. And I think that, ultimately what it boils down to is it's not really an argument that anybody wants to have. And so to me, it becomes, should the tweet have been made in the first place? Was the response to Tho warranted? And was Tho's tweet in the first place correct? Which I think it's abstractly not. I don't think it's correct. My point of view on this is like, this is ultimately what libertarian philosophy is about. It's about privatizing things, in my perspective, at least from an ANCAP perspective. It's about privatizing things and what that can cause. So what Dave is proposing here is a response to what's happening right now. And I think that right now we have bigger issues to solve than homelessness. So it makes it difficult for me to say that the tweet was important to make in the first place, right? Like,
who's disputing that?
No, wife is asking me, why is this important? Why are we arguing about this?
That's
this
what I'm saying.
That's the
and
point.
This is exactly what
That's
Leighton
the
is
argument
saying.
I'm making.
Yeah.
This
is
we don't
stupid.
need
It's
to
a
be talking
theoretical
about
argument
this.
that everyone is having that doesn't matter.
There are fucking COVID passports and travel restrictions and stuff that's happening on a national level that we should be targeting, not talking about this crap. Like, this is not important at all. And I don't think it's important from the majority of an American standpoint. Like, I don't think homelessness is in the mind of the majority of Americans. I don't think it's something that's in the forefront of people's heads right now.
I agree. Yeah. Homelessness isn't the big issue right now. COVID definitely is. I have a question, but I really fucking have to pee right now.
So do I.
So what? You're gonna leave us on hold?
All right. Leighton and I will pee, and when we come back,
we'll race. We'll see who gets back first.
I'm gonna be first. It's behind the wall.
All right. So I guess it's me and Josh right now. Josh, you there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, Hector, we can hear you.
Just
yeah, you can hear me, but my it's not picking up my camera. It's funny. So you can just see black.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think the reason why we keep talking about this isn't the tweet itself, but the fact that we don't have a satisfactory resolution from Dave about it. Because at the end of 100 plus tweets on the issue back and forth, Dave puts out this pronouncement that after all these comments, not a single one of you is giving me a practical solution to this issue. I'm like,
yeah, I beat Leighton because I'm better than him.
Really? I can't believe you said that. So and that's really why we're still talking about it, because at the end of the day, you said all you guys are wrong. You guys haven't given me shit, and I'm not really treating this seriously anyway. So I'm like, we're still talking about it now. But the point that Jack actually mentioned earlier is actually what is happening right now. The common response to homelessness is an approach toward essentially subsidizing their living situation. So with the practical purpose of removing homeless people,
set up your Bluetooth headset.
Streets, really, not in the sense of a Potemkin village sort of thing, but at least giving them enough so that they can have basic dwellings. Access to a roof, not exposed to the elements, hot food. In other words, there's resources given to at least adjust their preferences from stay on the street to
you drink the whole bottle.
Jerking off in public. I don't know, right? Or with the needle stuck in their arm. To I'm going to do it in private. There's a whole different discussion there that just simply providing for people does so. And keep in mind, I mean, there's a mental health issue related to all this, and most people seek the playground because of also security issues, right? It's because for the same reason, right? Not exposed to the elements, but also not exposed to other homeless people who could
right. But I would argue that
part of me wonders sorry, just on the topic of the mental health aspect of things, and I've thought about this as well, and this isn't even necessarily that's something that has to be from the state. But honest to God, part of me wonders if some sort of insane asylum system needs to come back. Not like the old ways, obviously, because those were absolutely horrific with the results, but like some sort of system where these people can, be tended to for the mental illness that it is, instead of, just turning them loose onto the streets. Because obviously that's not safe either for them or for anyone else. So I don't know. I've wondered about that. Just entertained the idea only because looking at the whole thing, there clearly is a big element of mental illness. But sorry about that.
So I live in a relatively major city in Florida, in Miami. If you guys
relatively, you're like only the most populated city.
All right, fine. I'm thinking about America, by the way. The sixth largest metro area in the country. The reality is that our homeless people are literally paid by other cities to come to Miami. Same with the other cities in California do this too. Literally, it gets cold, and the cities don't want to deal with the homeless people and them freezing on the streets. So they'll say, "Here's a one-way ticket. Goodbye. See you next season."
Can I interject for just 2 seconds? You haven't lived till you've seen Alaskan homeless people, because now let me put this out there. You understand the homeless lifestyle and what that entails. Imagine doing that with like below freezing temperatures and snow everywhere. Like that's the situation. Like you go into the city here and the homeless people here, it's insanity. Because the way that it's just the lifestyle is so different to the homeless nature. Because I've been to like LA, and when I was in LA, like the way that homeless people acted, the way the ecosystem was as far as financially and stuff is way different than in Alaska. And this is the point that I make, is like, I think this is such a broad issue that it's going to be decided on a smaller scale. And to me, the tweet that something like what Dave or Tho put out is talking in generalities about like, this is the broad reaction. I don't think that works. And so I think from a very like, just from a pure like theory standpoint, I don't think this is even correct. And this is what I think. I mean, the people who've responded to Rothbard's example of it, I think have done a sufficient job of showing that this is not necessarily correct in the way that we would respond to this. Because even if you're in the here and now, there's far better responses that could be taken from even a state action standpoint rather than the police getting involved. And Mitch even mentioned insane asylums and things like that. I would argue that an insane asylum set up by the state would be a better outcome than the police doing what we know that they do to homeless people on a daily basis and just shifting them around communities infinitely, which is ultimately what would what would happen. I mean, if the cop's job becomes to remove homeless people from a park, you have to move forward with some form of action. You have to say that it's okay for them to put them in jail, or it's okay to put them in some form of work environment or whatever, force them into something. You can't just say they remove them from the park, because if they just remove them from the park, they just go somewhere else. Like, we're talking about, reality here. This is what's going to happen. They're just going to move to another area. You're going to have the same issue over again, and you're just going to infinitely go down this police chasing the homeless throughout your cities. I don't think that's a good answer. So I think it just, to me, it was too general. It was too thin of an argument to actually pose an argument against, other than just theory.
So, Tim, what was that question you wanted to ask us?
Oh, you're here? Hold on, I'm looking at this fucking microphone that my wife gave me. She's like, I don't know how to work it. You plug it in, you stupid woman. So, question is, so for my company, we have this annual business meeting that we must attend. We must be there, and I must fly to Atlanta. But they're going to require me to wear masks or get COVID tests or anything
fake
like
masks.
fake masks.
Dude, they're the best.
Okay, but that's my question is, do I say give me a rental car because I don't want to fucking deal with this shit, or do I go on the plane and say and just refuse and then get
If you can get a rental car over the plane, abso-fucking-lutely. Don't fly.
Okay.
I mean, it's just
not worth
Atlanta.
it.
It's not like it's, you know.
So
where
yeah,
you're
exactly.
at, it's not
like a
worth the
6-hour
hassle.
Drive.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's not
6-hour drive.
Then again,
So,
driving in Alaska.
That's the easy answer, right? The easy answer is always to take the alternative route, right? Or
hot air balloon.
I could protest and go there and accept a flight because it's all paid for. Accept a flight and then show up without a mask and then refuse to put on a mask and get kicked off the plane. What is the correct response?
Get kicked off the plane.
I'd probably just drive. No,
I just drive. I'm with Mitch here. I think if you can convince them or get them to give you a rental car, fuck them.
I think I could.
Screw the airlines.
All you have to do is plug that in.
Kick that bitch off the plane.
I almost got a Let's Go Brandon chant started in Florida when I was boarding my flight back to Alaska. And I'm so depressed by the fact that I didn't do it.
Yeah, I don't know if you could.
At least we got it at Tom Woods.
You have to download Discord, create an account.
Exactly. That's why I started getting confused because I don't have any of that.
Yeah. Sorry, I was speaking a lot. Yeah, so I don't know what is the correct response here, because I'm in a position where I work for a large company who would not. They're asking for a vaccination status, not only on COVID, but also on the flu. Do you have your flu vaccine? And they're talking about segregating.
I haven't had a flu vaccine in 9 years.
I've never had one.
I've never had one.
Yeah,
my parents.
I just don't even know.
My parents.
You don't have to make excuses. Yeah. I've just never had one, and so like. All of my answers are no, and they're talking about segregating us. And so as it approaches, I mean, we're in December now. This is going to be like the last week of January, like the second to last week of January.
This otherization is really fucking scary.
After you use the word segregation, I think the proper response is to show up without a face, blackface.
Oh no, I'm definitely not going to wear a mask in the hotel. But what I'm saying is, how do I get there?
In blackface
without a mask.
In blackface. You both said blackface.
Blackface. If you're going to segregate, so you may as well play the role.
Right. I'm going to third for
blackface. Whole way. Drive the whole distance from where you're at to where the event is in blackface or no balls.
Like, sir, what is on your face? I'd be like, what
segregation.
I don't know.
Racism.
This is my face. What are you talking about?
I identify as an African American queer man.
Because like here's the situation I'm in, right? So everybody has their own considerations to make. If you have a job that supports a family and you have to make a decision, then I can give you certain leniencies on the decisions you make regarding COVID, masking, and vaccines and all that stuff. If I wanted to, I could resist all of this, and the worst thing that could happen to me is they would, quote unquote, fire me, but really it would be demote me from my position back to a driver. Even if it was another company, I would still be driving. So it wouldn't be like my quality of life would change at all. Like the position I would be in would be different, but nothing would change. And so I personally think about this, and I think like I really don't want the vaccine, and I really I'm never going to get the vaccine, even if I have to lose my job. I've already made that decision. I'm not going to take the vaccine no matter what. If I lose this battle, then all that means is I become a truck driver. But if I'm going to be asked to travel on a plane and they're going to tell me to wear a mask, I have two choices. I can wear the mask and comply and get there safely and have no problems.
So
or I can make a stand and resist, and the worst thing that happens is I become a driver again, and I make the same amount of money. Nothing changes.
So having just come from the flight to Tom Woods 2000, that was the last flight I took. But you have to understand, even though some people flew to Tom Woods 2000, I had to fly more because I had 2 flights for each way there and each way back, on top of them being like 14 hours long. I can say that if you fly, there are some good tricks around complying with the mask. Yeah, exactly. Okay. So window seats. This is what no one is fucking talking about. This is the most important thing about flying right now with COVID. If you get a window seat, no one fucking notices you exist, because you just turn your head towards the window and they can't see jack shit. So it is the ultimate weapon, and I'm a fat fuck, so a window seat is great for me anyway, because I seal myself in like I'm in a Spam can, and I sit there for the flight and I hold my bladder in, and then we're done. So that is my advice. Window seat, fake masks.
What about going through the hotel? So it's just a drink.
Through the hotel, a drink, dude. Starbucks.
Or through the airport. Yeah, that's
Starbucks. Everything's Starbucks. There's Starbucks everywhere. It makes it so fucking easy. When I was in the first event,
multinational.
So you're saying don't try to fight it. Just work around it.
You can work around it. Like take the Jose Galison route here, and just do it your own way and make yourself comfortable. You can get away with it, and then you don't have to make friction.
Being the antagonist.
As far as making a stand goes, too, you're not really making a stand against the establishment or the corporate machine or anything. You're making a stand against some fucking kid who's just working as a stewardess who,
doesn't have a choice anyway.
He doesn't have a choice what he's doing. And if you talk, by the way, when I was in Florida, the guy who came over the intercom to announce our flight literally said, "It is federal regulations that you wear masks. I don't want to have to deal with it either." This was the dude on the intercom in the fucking airport in Florida, in the MCO airport, and that's what he said. Now, that is the general stance in the majority of the employees in these airlines.
See, but even that makes me want to say, okay, then fine. I'm not going to do it.
I agree with you. I agree with you on this. What I am saying is that if you like what you're doing right now and you want to retain that, there is an avenue for you to do it without making your trip uncomfortable in the way that you would if you completely conformed.
So right now, I think I'm going to ask for the rental car, and if they refuse the rental car, I'm going to make them pay for it.
I think that is a better avenue to take, because I think the rental car is the best idea.
Yeah.
Just road trip, banging out the tunes the whole way. That's can't beat that.
Yeah, I got a lot of podcasts to catch up on, including our own.
Absolutely.
The podcast.
So I feel like that's the answer. Like, if they refuse me the rental car, then I'm gonna make them deal with it, because I'm gonna wear my fucking uniform and everything, and just have them force me off the plane, and then have to call in and say, "Sorry, I couldn't make it because I refused to wear a mask."
On another travel note, are all of you guys going to Reno?
I think most people on this call are.
Yeah, we're taking over the party. Remember Reno Reset?
If any of you guys need a place,
it's the Great Reno Reset.
I'm gonna end up getting a room with 2 beds, because I went on that fucking discount page that the LP set up, and they have 2 room options. They're both the same price. I'm like, this doesn't make sense, because why would I not get a room with 2 beds? Because there's going to be some drunk fuck who needs to pass out from one of these.
Is the room with 1 bed a king and the room with 2 beds is a twin? Or
you know what I think is hilarious? I think the double room is 2 queens.
Yep.
That's still pretty
which
fucking
is
big.
stupid. Which is so stupid. Like, I work at a hotel, by the way. I'm allowed to say this is stupid. I'm a night auditor. So all I do is sit with my Jewish fucking glasses and clickety clack on a computer, accounting bullshit. I am literally the Jewish-ish person that exists. I am an actual accounting Jew.
In Alaska.
I know an accounting Asian, so you're not alone.
Wow. An accounting Asian Jew is a trifecta that opens up the gates and seals to hell.
Okay, he's not a Jew. He is an Asian though.
That's how you open the 9th gate.
The Asian Jew gets his accounting fucking certification.
Dude, absolutely. He signs the degree and it just, the floor opens up beneath him. Who's playing like banger music in the background?
Tim does that sometimes.
You haven't noticed that all night?
No, I haven't noticed it, but I've been drinking. I've worked in like, so it's 8 p.m. here. I work at 11 p.m.
Oh, it's fucking after midnight. We're in the next day already. We're living in the future, bro.
I work from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Greetings from tomorrow.
And I work at a job where I get to do paperwork and carry a gun. Is there anything more Alaskan than that?
Nah, I'm playing the music because we've been here for 2.5 hours, and I feel like we're dragging on a bit. But I'm cool to chill for as long as we want. But I'm gonna wrap up the Tim's Trash Show. If you guys ever want to join Tim's Trash Show, this is where it's at.
Can I shout out my Twitter?
Yeah, go for it, bro.
I will shout out at Liberty Layton on Twitter, and the side account or backup is at Dr. Mon Paul.
Oh, yeah. You're Mon Paul.
Absolutely.
I was wondering who Mon Paul was.
The dankest Sarwat memes of the West.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna drop my shit too, if that's okay.
Do whatever you want, man. This is the trash show. This is where we take out the trash.
We're taking out the trash. Follow at Mitch Connor, JLo on Twitter. Check out the Libertarian Frontier on TeePublic, as well as the Proud Libertarian. And yeah, check out our normal show, Swamp Creatures, as well.
Yeah.
Come to Reno. Come watch me fight all the Joshes for Josh dominance.
Yes.
There we go.
Makes so much sense. I want to shout out to the people who have hijacked the Florida and Utah Mesa Twitter accounts.
Yes.
That's Clinton Russell in Florida and Reed Cuppendale for Utah. They're right now.
The war continues.
Yeah, they're in a tweet battle. Who can basically do what is it? If it's battle tweeting. Not battle rapping,
the
battle
basest
tweeting.
of the tweets.
Exactly.
Yeah, whoever's the most based until Friday, December 10th, right?
I'm waiting for the end bumps.
I dropped a few before the show, so yeah, we're just here.
Hard R's all around for everybody.
All right, boys. Thanks for hanging out at the debut. We'll have more fun next